Hello and welcome to DC30 and our Mythic Odyssey of Theros, D&D with an ancient Greek twist. I am your Dungeon Master Romeo, and we are doing a slightly different kind of stream today. You can think of it almost as maybe a spin-off, a prequel, a different piece of content in the Theros extended universe, as it were. I am joined tonight by a slightly different roster of characters. We have Virla reprising her role as Hilira. We have Tamara, who is playing a character who will be introduced in short order, as is my brother Andrea and Alasdair as well. You'll have an opportunity to introduce your characters as we get along for play. So, our story takes place in the Catacthon Mountains. A massive spine of jutting peaks that stretch across the higher echelons of Theros. Beyond them, nestled in between them, lies the proud city of Akros, home of the mightiest warriors in all of Theros. On their other side, you have the valley of Oreskos, where the proud Leonin, alight. Knew there was something wrong with the volume, so you guys should hear blizzard noises now. Though the Oraniad Mountains, further to the east, are more often associated with a connection to the gods, it is the Catacthon that are far more feared as being far more dangerous, far more wrought with peril. Bakios. You've been in these mountains for some time now, occasionally flitting back to civilization to carry out various work or deeds bidden to you by your patron, or your benefactor as it were. But at the moment you currently find yourself huddled in a cavern that keeps the wind off your back. A small fire for warmth, but other than that, relying on your own hardened Akroan brawn to protect you from this weather. You know these mountains. As a child, you had to survive in these mountains just to be even considered a citizen worthy of being named Akroan. Currently, you are huddled and asleep, shivering slightly despite your eternal toughness. This wind chills you to your core. None are truly immune from the bite of the Catacthon Mountains. Your sleep, despite being restless, is deep, and amidst the swirling visions of horrors past, they all start to melt away, until you find yourself just floating in the air. Empty blackness. Star after star permeates the night sky until you find yourself surrounded in every direction by the blackest of Nyctian night. You are awash in stars, and you feel helpless and weightless until you notice that a collection of the stars seem to be tinting and turning until they become red. A bright crimson red, with a few at the edges taking on a white quality to them. The stars start to shift almost and take shape, and blending out of the stars you see a feminine form. A sash covering her eyes, her hair woven into an enormous horned crown that frames her head. A simple, actually it's not simple at all, a series of sashes are her only clothes, covering her bright red skin, and in her hand, connecting from her hair that trails white down her back and seems to extend in all directions, is the pointed end of a spindle. Massive and ornate and brass. You recognize this figure. Clothis, goddess of destiny, who has approached you before, and has made you an offer before, has approached you once again, like she's wont to do in the past. You have done well. There may be hope for you yet.
Thank you, O Clothis, for funny how someone so mighty can have faith in someone so worthless as me.
Make no mistake. Fail me, and you'll spend your days as a woe strider. That, even you are chilled for a moment at the thought of that. You know a woe strider is a fabled horror that happens when a mortal is cut off from the threads of destiny.
I will do my best, O Great One, but please do not go easy on me, for I deserve neither compassion nor pity. So, in other words, bring it.
Good. She waves her hand, and just to clarify, she is the size of a mountain, just towering over you. She waves her hand, and you are flooded with visions of a path not far from this one. You know she had bidden you to travel in this region, and she finally reveals the last leg of the journey. Mount Tavmazo. Tavmazo, sorry, I had it written down. This is embarrassing. Mount Tavmazo. A mountain adjacent to this one is your destination. And you watch as this spire, this tall mountain next to where you are situated, it spins around and you float across the blizzarding clouds until you alight upon a small crevice where sort of the mountain is split somewhat, forming a kind of semi-canyon. That is your quarry, and that is all you need to know. Come now.
Come where? To this crevice and do what, O Great One?
You will know when you see it.
Shit. Okay, let's go.
I suggest you awaken. You have guests. Do remember to play nice. And she snaps her fingers, and you start up awake. And you turn and you see a young girl at the mouth of the cave, who's with a tentative expression on her face as she's sort of examining you. You get the sense that she was unsure how to proceed. She is dressed in unmistakably Akroan armor, breastplate specifically, a pleated battle skirt, and vambraces. What strikes you is the make of her helmet appears to be wide-brimmed, almost like a boat-shaped, with the back, sort of the metal being etched to form upwards into an almost winged shape, or winged flaps here that connect together into an almost upward-pointed arch. Hilira, if you could describe what he sees.
Yeah, Hilira is just standing at the mouth of the cave. She probably has a light cantrip up on, like, her rapier and is pointing it at him, like, warily. And she's just standing there waiting.
So what you see, Hilaria, is a 45-year-old, a middle-aged man, bald as the day that I was born, but with a beard you could lose a badger in. You know, thick, dark black, with eyebrows to
What a
match, you know,
sentence!
big bushy eyebrows that sort of taper at the top as almost these sort of permanent and angry anime eyebrows. You watch as this bloke with no fire, just lying, cuddling his great axe in the cave, just looks up to you, slowly stands up, dragging the blade of this great axe along the floor, just slowly point it at you, and simply say, "Well, hello there, young one. What can I do, pray, for you?"
I'm gonna try to stab him.
Make an attack
That
roll.
was incredibly creepy.
All right, let's do this.
That escalated
16?
quickly.
Does a 16 hit?
It does not. My armor class is 17.
Ah, fuck. Okay. She just goes like, ah!
His muscled chest, wrought with calluses and scar tissue after years of battle, just it's almost like poking leather. It just kind of like you don't quite stab hard enough as more of an impulse reaction, and it doesn't just sort of. He just looks down.
You're gonna have to do better than that. And I go and fainting with my great axe with one hand, I go for an unarmed strike, just to try and grab the blade of the rapier and drag it off of her.
Okay, make an athletics check. I'm gonna consider it a grapple as opposed to a
Yeah.
Hilira, you can use either make an acrobatics or athletics check to contest his.
That's a dirty 20.
I rolled 2, so that's not gonna happen.
A meaty claw, for lack of a better, just a meaty hand, just grabs the rapier and just flexes the wrist, and you tug, and it's not going anywhere.
Wait, I need that!
Well, now that you and I can have a proper conversation, maybe you'll get it back if you play nice.
I'm always nice. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bitch, you just tried to stab me.
Yeah, I'm a tiny woman. You're a big man who just said some very creepy things to me.
Well, can you blame me? You're intruding on my literal man cave.
Hilira, in your ear, you hear a familiar voice say, "He does have you there, actually, dear." You don't hear this back,
I'm
yes?
not talking to you.
Listen, why don't we take it back to a more cordial beginning? Hello, good day. My name is Bokios. However, these days people call me Botch.
Butch?
Botch.
Like, are you a butcher or something?
Well, usually everything I touch turns to absolute shit. So people call me a Botch, because I'm a big fuck up.
But, like, so you butch things, but then they turn into shit? Like, how does that happen?
Listen to me, right? I know that I'm a big man, I've got big muscles, and that just means that usually when I do stuff, things break. So people call me Botch, because I botch shit up.
Uh-huh. I like your beard. I think
Sorry?
I could, like, almost, like, hide in there.
Oh, many women have hidden my beard.
Okay, just made it creepy again. Let's just like reel it back, okay?
Listen, polite society and its tendencies kind of go out the window, even though there are no windows in the wilderness, but you see what I mean. I do forget my manners. What be your name? And still holding the rapier in one hand and the axe I'm sort of making mock about.
Well, how very nice of you to ask, Buck. My name's Hilira, but sorry, I don't like that. Butch is a very odd name. I'll call you Buck. My name's Hilira.
Hilera, lovely to meet you. Now, please, do tell, why have you disturbed me from my slumber?
Well, you know, sometimes, like, somebody visits you and they whisper in your ear, they're like, "Go to this place," and you just kind of like follow. That's kind of what I did.
Oh, were you told to go to the mountain next to this one and look into some form of crevice?
You too?
Me too! Oh, what are the odds? Is it just you?
Right now, yeah. Oh wait, do you have a unicorn? And I grab Ronos, my unicorn plushie. This is Ronos. He's my unicorn plushie. There you go. And I put it back.
It's at this point, Bokios, that you notice the holy symbol around her neck, a brilliant brass medallion that has a single winged sandaled foot as the insignia. You immediately
Do I
recognize
recognize
it
it?
as
Yeah.
the symbol of Ronos, messenger of the gods.
Oh, very good. Well, do I have any religious paraphernalia on myself that might indicate my
You could if you like.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you Hilaria, you see a sigil that has been heavily defaced. It was a sigil of the god Eroas, god of victory. Sort of scraped out with the form of with some kind of rusty knife, and in really basic craftsmanship, the symbol of my new patron Clothis, sort of embossed on the top of this scratched out symbol of Eros.
So the winged helmet of Eros that you are incredibly familiar with, being from Akros yourself as well, has been basically carved off and replaced with. You're just able to make out the spindle of Clothis, and you find that unusual. As people know of Clothis, but her worship is certainly uncommon. She's a primordial deity, older than the Titans even.
And how pray tell, did your winged messenger friend lead you to me?
Well, usually he comes at night after he's been working, and we just chat for a bit and stuff, and then he usually tells me.
What?
So,
Is this an everyday thing?
Sometimes, most of the times, yeah.
Wow, I wish Clothis was as attentive. She leaves me alone for days, weeks at a time sometimes.
Aww. Well, that's very sad. Do you need anything? Do you need a hug?
I mean, at this point, I've realised that I've still got the rapier in my hand and the great axe in the other, and I say no. I just bashfully just throw down the let go of the rapier, sort of let the great axe hang by my side and say no, but I would like some. It'd be nice to have some company as I go and find this crevice and see what potentially might be there. I don't know about you, but Clothis was very vague on the details.
Okay, so
Would you
you
like to
wanna? Yeah. If you're not creepy, I'll come with you. I know I have to go there anyway, so it will be awkward if we arrive there and we're both there and we're hey, long time no see. We might as well go together. As long as you're not creepy.
How about I do the gentleman thing and take the lead so you can watch my back so I'm not watching yours, so to speak. How about that?
Whilst this is happening, Xanthia, you've been traveling for days, weeks even, to get this far. You're close. You sense it. The visions you've seen, you know exactly where you have to go. You crest up a large cliff and hoist yourself up and begin moving forward along this rocky path. And as this is happening, you start to hear a noise. And you're like, is that two people bickering? And so it continues to go, and so you just can't help yourself. You curiously follow it tentatively, mighty trident raised in your hand, and After a little bit, maybe 100 feet or so, you spy the mouth of a cave with a small amount of light coming from it. You tentatively approach further and further and further until you're right upon the entrance of the cave, and you spy this brutish man next to this young girl with her winged helmet, who are in the midst of the most peculiar conversation you've ever heard of, having not noticed you at all.
So, I was trained with a whip, so I can, just,
What kind of commotion is this exactly?
And as you guys turn, if you'd like to describe what they see.
Yes, so, you will see, a 5-foot-tall woman, bright blue hair, bright blue skin as well, actually. Xanthia is a Triton, and yeah, she wears some armor, heavy armor on her body, has a slightly glowing Triton in her hand, and yeah, that's yeah, she will stand at the cave, kind of tentatively, still holding the Triton, just in a, it's more she's not sure what's going on here really at the moment, kind of way. It's not really a threatening pose at all, and she'll just watch you a little bit what is this exactly?
Hilaria, I thought you said you were alone.
Well, I don't know this person. I can't even see this person. I can't see in the dark. That's why I need a light. And I'll use the light cantrip to light up my shield. Hi! Buck, mind your manners. Hi, my name's Hilira. Nice to meet you. Why are you here in these mountains?
My name is Xanthia, and Thassa sent me here on a mission. I was promised answers.
Let me guess, Xanthia. He sent you to a mountain right next to this one with a great big crevice.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry. Thanks.
No worries.
In my last vision, she said to seek out the lower peak of Mount Tavmazo, and I might find answers there.
What a coincidence! Wow. That's where we're headed!
Yeah!
How peculiar.
Well, this is Buck. Buck, this is Xanthia.
No, my name's not Buck. My name is Bocchios, but people call me Botch.
Nice to meet you both.
Xanthia, are you on your own, or are you travelling with another companion?
I've been traveling on my own for weeks now, so you are the first people I've seen in days.
Oh, do you have any wine?
Actually, I probably still have some in my backpack, yes.
Oh, that would... If we could get a fire going and maybe crack a cheeky amphora of wine, that would be absolutely delicious.
If the opportunity arises, certainly, yeah.
Mr. DM, in my cave, I have found the resources for wood nearby, and would I have built a fire, or am I just the kind of person that would just crash and fall exactly where I...
You did build a small fire. It was a bigger fire. It's sort of petered out now. You were able to find a few bits of not terribly flammable wood, and you were able to supplant it with animal fats from a kill in order to get it to burn up a little bit. So there's some basic embers of it's petered out. You've actually it is morning by this point, so there is daylight coming through as the night has come to a close. So there would be a small fire, but other than that, you mainly have your effects around you, your bedroll, and everything clustered together nearby.
Great. Tell you what, why don't I brew us up a really cheeky bit of flame, right? We'll crack it. We'll finish this lovely amphora of wine that Xanthia has kindly brought all this way, and we'll get to know each other just that little bit better. I mean, I've been on my own for so long. So very, very, very long. So conversation would be lovely.
I guess a little rest wouldn't harm anyone.
And so I pick up a few of the final logs that I was planning on saving for tonight's fire, stack them up, blow on them, really theatrically, trying to look super busy and super effective, even though I'm kind of being a bit clumsy and maybe making a bit of a mess of it, and try to get a fire going.
Easy
Do you
enough
need
to
any
do.
help with that?
No, I'm good. I've got this.
All right, suit yourself.
Tempting as it is, I'm not going to make you roll for getting the fire going in a convenient amount of time. Easy enough to do. You manage to get the rest of the logs going, and between the wine that is had and the other bits of hunted game that you have remaining, Bakios, you are a hearty breakfast is had that fills your bellies quite well, and you'll feel a bit warmer as a result, and you converse a little bit, get to know each other a little bit better, just in terms of what sent you here, and you all get a general understanding that you may have heard, were told similar things in terms of information or lack thereof. And as you finish up your meals, still in the process of finding out more about each other, the last of the fire then dies out completely as the snow begins to come in a little bit.
Well, ladies, I think that's our cue to leave. How about I lead the way and you two watch my back? How about that?
Sounds very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I'll
guys...
grab my rapier on the way out.
Very good.
Pull my rapier back.
Resolving to see this through together, on the basis of clearly having common cause in this section of these mountains, you resolve to travel together and begin to make the next leg of the journey together. It takes you about 4 hours to reach the other side of the mountain, climbing cliffs at certain points and shielding yourselves against massive gales that threaten to send you flying into the abyss of the ground below. As you guys round the bend, you begin to see the cracked secondary peak of this mountain, and know that you are very nearly there. Minos. This strange band of ne'er-do-wells that you've been watching and following for the last few hours, you come to realize that they seem to be heading in the same direction you are. You take care to remain unseen, but through subtly and stealthily traveling alongside of them, you manage to overhear tidbits of their conversation, and you've deduced, or at least are reasonably certain, that they don't seem to be in league with one who would be against you right now. You get the sense that they are not part of... As they crest the final rocky outcrop, they are beginning to head towards the creviced peak that your information tells you your target may lie at, may be at. And so you size them up for a moment, having overheard some of their conversation as they've been traveling for 4 hours or so, and you think to yourself, maybe they can be of some use to me. Do you continue to remain in the shadows, or how would you proceed?
What is the? I'm following behind them. Yes.
Sort of. You're sort of keeping to the rockier outcrops about 50 feet away from them, and taking care to remain unseen. They haven't spotted you thus far.
Okay. And is there any way to get ahead of them
Yeah.
without remaining seen?
Make a stealth check.
Cool. I seem to be pretty good at these. Roll really badly, but still 15.
What is everybody's Heliota, what's your passive perception?
15, baby.
So... Minos...
So I would have been trying to use the rock outcropping
Yeah.
to kind of continue to and proceed to go ahead to cut them off at the next sort of crossroads and appear to be a beggar in front of them.
Yeah. So
She would catch
Yeah.
a hooded figure, hunched, that looks quite large but appearing quite short, sort of darting through the rocks and moving ahead of you.
That is what you see, Helida.
Cynthia, did you see that? Somebody just went by us.
No, I didn't notice anything. Are you sure?
Yeah. It was like a cloaked figure. It was like small like us. And it was like... It was very spooky. I think we should like keep our eyes out, you know.
Bacchios, did you see anything?
No, but I wouldn't worry, ladies, because I'm quite confident that the most dangerous thing in these mountains is in fact me. So I think we should just keep our eyes open, but don't you worry, for you are with Bacchios.
Okay, yeah, so let's stay on our guards and continue onwards.
Yes, let's move forward.
You know, I wonder where his like ego comes from, you know? Like,
Yeah, it really makes one wonder.
yeah.
So,
It has to compromise, you know? But what is it?
I have a few ideas actually, but you're still quite young, aren't you?
Are you done
Mother.
talking about me yet, or can we keep going?
Oh yeah, okay, let's continue.
Are they very far from the next crossroads, or is it quite close by?
It's quite close by. There's no road per se, but there's just a section of the mountain that's flat enough to walk on. More of a goat's path, if you will. They are approaching the a section where there is a sort of more level slope that doesn't that wouldn't result in like falling to your death. Basically, it's more. They arrive at a
I'm
section
looking for
that
a place
levels out.
where if they turn a corner, they would see me.
Yes,
But they
yes,
wouldn't
so-
have seen
yes,
me
so-
like in the middle of the path.
Yeah, exactly. So they're in the process of coming round a rocky outcrop, almost like a crag, basically, and you could situate yourself on the other side of the crag, and they would encounter you in such a manner.
Okay. Okay, so I'll be positioned there,
All right, you position
sitting
yourself-
down on a rock, but with now my hood off,
Okay, you
pretending like I'm doing something.
you lower your hood and alight there and busy yourself with a trinket or something in your hands as you play with it absent-mindedly. And as you guys round this crag, if you could describe what they see.
So you'd see a hooded figure, but with the hood pulled back, and out of the top of the sort of cloak is a large bull's head with sort of horns that curve up and then out, sort of like an aurochs. And they seem to have a few metal rings on them, 2 sets of golden earrings on either side. And as he looks up, he smiles and he's got a golden tooth. The rest of the moment is cloaked, and it seems like a large bubble, the cloak. And he seems quite short. But as you sort of approach, he stands up, and you realize that this is a minotaur, quite a large, probably short for his kind, but an imposing figure. And that, sorry, I don't remember the character's name. the one that spotted me. I'm trying to remember, but it's quite
Hilira.
long. Hilira, you would notice that the sort of short shape that you saw sort of darting was also disguised by sort of being hunched. And as he stands up straight, he lifts sort of to sort of nearly 6 feet or a bit taller. Maybe it's hard to tell because of the shape. The cloak falls open, and he's quite lean for his kind. It looks more like an acrobat rather than a giant brute. So it's very sinewy, as if he likes to climb things. And just sort of looks at everyone and says, "Oh, hello. I didn't know anyone was up on my rear. These are dangerous passes. What brings you here?"
In Minotaur, I would like to respond. What brings you here, youngling?
So it gives you like a little side eye at the word youngling.
Well, in Bokios's experience, Minotaurs are big. As they get older, they get bigger and butcher, and they get more muscly with age. So clearly, with somebody so diminutive in stature, if not in skill, is clearly. I'm interpreting you as a youngling.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Fair enough. But he just gives like a very, very tiny side eye at that and continues. I'm looking for someone, a friend. I was told that he'd come through here recently. I'm on my way to find him.
Friend? Someone else is still around here? I am honestly quite surprised that there are as many people as there are already.
Or is this... Sorry, would I know if this is a place people don't normally come, Roman?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Rough rule of thumb that everyone in Theros knows. Nobody really lives in these mountains. There are a few sporadic settlements that usually have a specific purpose, like mining or, harvesting a specific kind of plant that may only grow in one specific place. But between Cyclopses, Hydras, Chimeras, the Cataclysmic Mountains are pretty much ruled as a badlands. Like, most people don't stay in them longer than they need to.
Okay. In which case, yes, I'm quite surprised he would have made his way here. But this is where I was told I would find him. And I'm kind of worried. I haven't seen him in a long time. You wouldn't have happened to see. Maria, I keep trying to ask you to send me some other way the description because I have it on my phone, which I'm using as a camera.
I'm also using my phone as a camera.
But you don't have messages on your computer?
I didn't have it turned on. I apologize. I didn't have the app open. Also, we've been through this. It doesn't always sync. Yeah, no, it.
All right, no worries.
Okay, so
Give me a second. Oh, do you want to describe them?
Sure, I can do that. So he describes to you a golden-haired satyr, incredibly fair of complexion, a handsome face, and always chewing on a piece of tobacco. He would wear naught but a small cloth of mustard yellow and a large shawl, basically, that draped on just on his shoulders, just round his shoulders, puffed it up, of black and red. No, sorry, not black and red. Of a sort of gray color. He would always likely have a lute on his back.
Would this be someone that I personally would remember?
Make a history check.
Oh, this is not my good stat. Oh, that's bad. 3.
You try to think about the description he gave you. What was the color of his clothes again? He just said.
No. Sorry, young one, but I have no idea.
No problem. Well, it's not trouble for you guys. We can walk together.
Well, at least tell us your name first.
But of course, my apologies. I am Minos, and he bows quite low.
Very pleased to make your acquaintance.
Same here, and your names?
Oh, of course, I'm Xanthia.
Oh, I'm Helena, and I really need you to teach me that trick where you like grow bigger, because like I'm a small bean and I want to be bigger too.
And I'm just fondling my great axe haft, sort of twisting it round slowly, and it says, my name, should you wish to call me by such, would be Bukios.
Very well, Bukios. Well met.
Yes, indeed, Minos. Very well.
Okay, I'm sensing a bit of tension here, so
Minos, why don't you take point and I'll bring up the rear?
But you said you didn't want to be in the rear.
No. Now I feel like I need to watch out for the entire group because there are now so many of us, and we've got clearly someone who knows what they're doing up front. Isn't that right, Minos?
But of course.
Why
Yeah.
can't Cynthia and
Very
I
good,
do
Scott.
it?
You're very welcome to join me.
But okay.
okay, yes. But if it is of any comfort to you, Bacchus, I'm sure he means us no harm, no danger.
Not in my experience. Minotaurs are not to be trusted.
Oh, you don't like minotaurs?
I'm not going to give you the whole spiel and say that some of my best friends are Minotaurs, but no, I do not know of a single good Minotaur.
Okay.
Well, wouldn't presume to call myself good, but I would say I'm not bad.
We shall see. Just keep your hands where I can see them.
Okay, cool. Come, Minos, we'll take point. And I'll link arms in a very like awkward way. Where you're very much.
I sigh and just trudge up behind you, sort of, where before I was like, "Hey, no, let's go." I'm now sort of hunched, sort of sulking.
Very well.
We proceed.
You travel up the final leg, and as the side ahead comes into focus, now comes into front and center, you just ahead see a narrow pass that slips into a snow-covered valley. An ancient wall that once barred entry into the valley now lies in ruin, its gate torn away long ago. Tracks in the snow lead up to the collapsed wall.
Will I recognize these tracks being from a particular creature?
Make a survival check.
Ooh, good with that. That's a 26.
Oh,
I rolled a natural 19.
And you have +7?
Oh yeah, it's
right.
one of my
You rolled
proficiencies.
like insane stats.
Oh yeah, I did.
Jesus. They are sandal prints that very definitely belong to a human.
Good. Got. Would I be able to tell how old they are?
The tracks, not the humans.
The tracks, not the humans who make them.
I was about to say 26 is good, but there are
Not that good. How old the tracks are?
Less than a day.
I'd say heads up, everyone. We've got a group. We've got some humans who have been here before us, less than a day old. Keep your eyes open.
With a 26, I'll say that you count 7 separate tracks.
Sorry, say that again.
With a 26, I'll say that you count 7 individuals.
We've got seven of them. Ooh, looks like fun.
I think we should be on our guards then.
Yeah, 7 of them, 4 of us. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe 8 of them, 3 of us. If Minos here turns out to be legit.
I told you before, he means us no harm.
We shall see.
How far ahead do you estimate they might be?
Well, clearly within the last day, so they could be miles ahead. They could be round the next turn. I don't know. I'm so sorry.
Very well. May I suggest that I go up and hide and ahead, and in case they jump out, I will be able to assist and pinch them in the rear.
Is that what you like to do? Is it pinch men in rears? Fair enough. Don't let me stop you if that's what floats your boat.
If any of you had true sight
sure
right
not.
now, you'd see a 50,000 mile tall red woman in the clouds just pinching her brow.
In which case, Minos would sort of wrap his cloak and around him and kind of shrink back down sort of to that stooped position and begin to quite quickly, sort of almost like a mountain goat, dart up the side of the rock and try to sort of disappear out of sight.
Make a stealth check.
Impressive.
See if this gets any better. Be funny if it keeps going low. That's 19. Still not rolling that great.
Okay, good to know. Why don't I activate the first map then?
Oh god, that's insanely great.
Let me just switch to, Oh, shoot. Wait, but why can't I see anything? Oh, right, because... No, wait, that doesn't make any sense. The battle cam can't see anything, and I'm trying to figure out why. Bear with, my apologies. Oh, right. 2 seconds. I am so sorry about this, everyone. You'll have noticed that there's another player called Oracle. That's basically the camera for the live stream. If Oracle doesn't have observer permissions, they can actually see it, and it just occurred to me that I never added it for Helira because I forgot to, because everyone else had them when she was joined the campaign, and you guys are all brand new, so configure permissions, Oracle observer, and I think I'm just missing Bacchios. Configure permissions. I don't, should be everybody. So I just need to remove these 3 tokens. So Xanthia, Helira. Yes, I can see everything now. Minos and Bacchios. Does Minos have it now? Configure permissions. Oh, damn it. Sorry, 1 second. Minos, this is...
Okay.
Configure permissions. I forgot to do it for you. Oracle Observer. State change. Okay. Can everybody see everything okay?
Yep.
I need to reload the site. It just kind of crashed for me.
I'm still seeing a black screen.
That shouldn't be the case. Your token should absolutely have vision. Oh god, everything's frozen.
Cool.
Token. Vision. Yeah, it definitely has vision. Is global illumination turned on here?
I can see it. So
just
maybe he hasn't selected the character. That gave me a bit of trouble at the beginning when I didn't select the character when I...
Yes. But I've never used this one before. I'm always on a roll 20.
No, that's fair enough. You signed in as Bacchios, right? When that was the... yeah.
Let me try that again.
Oh, wait, let me just make sure I've configured... damn it. So, Bacchios...
Use a character, Bacchios, yeah.
Oh, I never actually set you as the owner of the Bacchios token.
Now that works. Yeah, that's popped in straight away.
Oh, I didn't realize it popped in straight away. Sorry, let me re-add you. I thought usually you have to
Yeah,
delete
I'm
the
good
token
now.
and re-add it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm good now. Yeah. Boom, we're good.
I need someone to like turn on the intermission screen like for me. Okay,
The
so
technical difficulties one.
yeah, basically. So Minos, you are able to. I'll just ask for simplicity's sake that you guys let me be the one to maneuver the camera. As in maneuver the tokens, just so I can.
Yeah, sure.
It's happened before where like things have been revealed before they should have been. So. So Minos, you are able to silently and swiftly stealth forward, sticking to the shadows of these sort of ornamental structures and to the towers. As you travel inwards, you see beyond the ruined wall stand multiple buildings of Theran architecture. 3 pavilions hug the west and south walls of the valley. A massive building sitting atop a 10-foot-high landing dominates the east side of the valley. Although footprints you saw on the trail visit each of the buildings, most of them lead up to the main temple's landing and to its front door.
Okay. But I see no one.
You make a perception check.
Natural 1 for a total of 5.
It's
Get out of the way now.
snowing heavily, and between the gale force wind and the flecks of ice and snow hitting your eyes, you can't quite make anything out.
Okay. No, I would remain kind of as hidden as possible, so that if anyone attacks my friends, I would, hey, Dougie. I would jump out or ruin their attack. That would be kind of my goal, like in case there's an ambush.
Okay, so you stick to the shadows. Where would you like to go on the areas that you can see?
Where's the most likely path forward? Is it straight down the map?
Straight down the map, yes. Oh,
So I would.
straight down the map leads to one of the smaller buildings that, one of the smaller pavilions. The largest one is directly to your left. A huge temple-like structure.
To my left or to
My
the opposite?
apologies.
Yes, so I would go that way, trying to remain in the shadows, hugging the wall, and past the tree, and kind of get up high onto that platform, but not from the stairs, I guess. Just climbing.
Understood. So, spying a adjacent route around, you stick to the shadows, hug around the main, a small bushel, and hoist yourself, travel basically. You find that there's rocky outcrops that sort of almost like stacking steps. So you're able to climb up those in short order and come around this side without seemingly alerting anything. You do spy a door directly in front of you on the what would be the this building's northern side.
Okay.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I would like to walk in, not charging, not sneaking, just slowly and cautiously, keeping all the buildings equidistant from me, so I'm in the middle of, like, so if anyone rushes out, I'm not immediately caught by surprise. Slowly walking down, axe at the ready, slowly looking around, examining for clues, looking, feeling my spidey sense tingling.
Okay, very good. 2 seconds, yeah. So you just slowly and methodically plod into the center. You see the same sight before you, this sort of these temple grounds, this, for lack of a better term, monastery-like compound. You just hear wind and you see no signs of life or anything to that effect. I should mention as well, though, Minos, at that distance you do hear faint shouting coming from inside the temple.
Okay. I'm trying to. How do I move the camera so I can see them?
Right
Oh, no, I
click and
can't.
drag.
Okay, got it. No, doesn't like it. All right, that's the problem working with a trackpad. So I mean, from what I can see, they haven't come back into view. From my point of view, perspective, they're still hidden.
The other people. You saw Bacchios.
My new
walk
friends.
forward. Yeah, you saw Bacchios walk forward, so you know he's somewhere in the middle. But that is about as far as you can tell from here.
Okay. In which case, I would go first up to the door and try to listen. And yeah, I'll do that first.
Okay, very well. You easy enough to creep forward. The snow and the wind is masking a great portion of the noise that you might make. So even factoring in as well your subterfuge skills, easy enough to remain hidden.
I did pick the Cloak of Elvenkind for my uncommon item.
Totally cool. Yeah, that's totally fine.
Just to let you know.
Yeah, no worries. You get right up to this stone structure.
Do I hear anything at the door?
Make a perception check.
See if this is any better.
I'll add
20.
some detail. Oh, not modify 20?
Modified 20.
You listen real close.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just
We have
lost
lost the player.
Oh, it's okay. We'll take a second. Oh, god damn it. 2 seconds. I apologize. Something didn't go according to plan. Log in. The PDF of my notes just did a weird thing, so I'm gonna pull up the original thing I wrote. Okay, that should do it. You hear various different voices, male and female, gruff. They sound unrefined. In the process of a heated argument. A couple names catch out. Someone calls someone else Fogdun. And someone else refers to someone else as Leda, a female character. You catch something about an Undercroft. But that's as much as you hear, right before someone yells, "You're a superstitious fool!"
At the
I'm
point
assuming
where
that
it
someone might
yells,
storm out.
would myself and the other two hear that, or
Make
is
a
that still something that only me?
Make a perception, Bacchios. Perception check, sorry.
Rolling really well, mate. That is a 23.
Yeah, with your, you've learned how to sense the faintest sound in order to make sure that nobody sneaks up on you. Some careless individual shouting his head off is no problem. You do hear that last line coming from inside the temple despite the wind. It's faint, but you do pick up on it.
Then I would like to, without obviously trying to make a stealth check, I'd like to just slowly walk up to the edge of the door and ready an action with my great axe outside the door. If anyone comes out, I'm going to swing.
Easy enough to
I
do.
would have ducked out of the way from the door, assuming that if someone yells, they might storm out in a huff and
Okay. So
catch
you
me
duck
at the
out
door.
behind
So I would
this column here?
probably hugging the wall where the door is attached to, all the way across.
So right about here.
Yeah.
Okay. Very well. You guys wait a moment, and the argument continues on in the inside. You don't hear anything else. It was in you wait 30 seconds, minute 30 seconds. Shouting continues.
I can't see anyone else's token, am I? I don't know what just happened.
I'm not sure. If you don't have line of sight, they won't show up.
I'm gonna try Chrome.
Okie dokie. What are you two doing, Hilira and Xanthia?
Do you think we should go in as well? Like, you know?
Yes, certainly. There's safety in numbers, and if Bacchios was right with those 7 other people that are somewhere around here, I don't think we should split up. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Do we want to stealth?
I'm not exactly stealthy with my armor, but we can try.
You know what? I have a better
idea, and I put my arm out for you to like loop your arm in. And we start skipping.
Okay.
So, the seasoned warriors, the seasoned assassins amongst us. You guys have aligned into position. One, sticking to the shadows, ready to strike unseen and make a quick end. Another ready to face them head on like a charging bull and cut them to pieces with its axe. When like a hot knife through butter, the tension is cut by a pair of, skipping figures just, sashaying into the clearing, not a care in the world.
I take my attention from the door and just go, what the fuck?
I don't know either.
And I'm just like, and I turn my attention back to the door.
You travel to the center of this, pavilion. Do you guys do anything else?
Well, I'm kind of waiting for them, but I still can't see them, so I'm assuming that that they're not anywhere in range.
You saw them walk past. The, Hilira and Xanthia.
Oh, where?
Towards the
In which
center of the
direction?
map again. They're all, towards the front of the, temple, is where they are at the moment.
Okay. Have I seen Bacchios?
You saw Bacchios walk up to the front entrance, yes.
Okay, so I would try to basically quiet, not intentionally trying to scare them or anything, but just rejoin them. But without really paying attention to the fact that I'm still being stealthy, so that suddenly I'll be in amongst them and be like, hello.
Okay, easy enough to do. Bacchios,
Okay, so by Bacchios, that's perfect. I just kind of lean in and says, what do you think?
And I go, and I turn to the left and swing down with my axe. The tension cut with a knife.
okay, do you make an attack roll?
Oh yeah, I'm swinging. You just in my ear. What's going on? And I'm ready in action.
Make an attack roll.
That's on the floor.
I'll say with disadvantage because you are surprised.
Just roll a natural 1.
Roll another d20.
Oh, shit. That's a 3.
You sway, and Minos, you just duck out of the way, but you, Bacchios, you strike the side of the stone at a perfect or totally unperfect angle, depending on whose point of view it is, and just this awful sound rings out, just echoing through the valley as you, like a nails on a chalkboard, just like no gale force, no nothing can drown this out, this like cacophonous scrape. The arguments in sight immediately stop.
Do you think they noticed?
Yes.
Shit. I see the pillar in front of me, and I try to hide behind it.
Okay, make a
I
stealth
would try to
check.
go back to the
Oh god.
point I was hiding by the door on the other side, assuming they might come from that side to sort of cut us off around.
Okay, so you're traveling back to where the door was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. You run up to the column, but as you run, you sort of like to sort of try and move quickly, you push off the door. And it's like a like the door like it doesn't open, but it rattles audibly.
Just huddle behind. I've got my axe above me, and I think it protrudes behind the pillar as well because I've got it ready for swing.
Could I try to hide by the opposite pillar of Butch?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okie dokie. Oh, I threw it on the floor.
Stay where it
You
lays.
singular dice. You can't do that.
Oh, and it betrayed me. There's a 10.
Okay,
I would ready an arrow to fire if someone comes out.
very good. So, Hilira, you go into the stealth position, and your movements are sound, but you don't realize that you're quietly humming. Xanthia, what are you doing?
Would my divine sense pick anything up at the moment?
You can certainly use it if you like. 30 feet. Let me just get the measuring tool real quick.
No, divine sense is actually 60 feet, I think.
Oh, of course. My apologies.
The 30 feet would be from the weapon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course, my bad. Could I just get a reading on the like how the wording of divine sense a second? I just need to check something.
The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like noxious odor and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type and any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity.
Okay. You do not sense anything.
Okay. And the other thing with my Triton that would notify me of danger within 30 feet.
You do not sense danger within 30 feet.
Okay. And then, yeah.
Bearing in mind that you would know this as well, 30 feet would take you 5 feet away from where the door is in front of you. You're sort of out in the open here, so.
Can I sneak a little bit closer?
Go ahead, make a stealth check.
Trying my best to sneak. Okay. 14. That's a 5.
Welcome to the club.
Clang, click, clang, click, clang, click, clang, click, clang.
Oh yeah. The perks of chainmail.
We're doing great.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Nothing happens.
Bakos,
Like,
you hear hushed whispering on the inside. But
can I make out their words?
Make a perception check.
Oh god. Some of my rolls tonight. That's a 21.
Not even with a 21, sorry. They're whispering to each other. You hear like.
Can I detect what language it is?
You do hear the word "shut up" at one point, which
in common.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello there! in a really big booming voice. Hello there. Pray, show yourselves, and if you have any wine, that would be amazing.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Alrighty.
With disadvantage.
It doesn't matter, I rolled another natural one.
You just hear a faint voice say, "Whoever you all are, you should know we've got enough alchemical fire to bring the mountain down."
Good for you!
Good, it's bloody cold.
Leave now, and we will not follow.
Leave now and we won't follow you.
Open your doors now, and we will leave some of you alive. The voice kind of resonates, but you can't see where it's coming from.
Make an intimidation check.
Yeah, only roll a 10. 19.
Plus 9 to intimidation. Holy shit.
I gave myself the expertise in intimidation, because he gets it from being a minotaur. So he's
Yeah, he does.
Nice.
The way I see it, we've got the cover right now. We know the terrain, and we have the fortress. You want us gone? Come in and get us.
Do I believe that they know the terrain?
Make an insight check.
Okie dokie. $19.
This dude's lying his ass off.
Great. Sir, madam, like, you're like lying, and like that's okay, but like, can we just like come in, or you come out, and we can like have a little chat, you know, like diplomacy.
You come in, we'll fill you so full of arrows. We can wear you on on our backs as a quiver.
Well, you know, rather not. We'd rather have a chat. Are you hurt?
Make a persuasion check.
$16.
You hear a pause. You can heal?
Yeah?
I'm sending someone to open the door. Any funny business and we start shooting.
Shooting.
Okay.
Do you need any assistance with that? With the healing? I can help out.
I'm not sure if, like, maybe one of us should go in, just in case something happens, but then also if something happens, how do I say something happened, you know?
Yeah.
Go, 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 go.
The door is opened and you're greeted by a sort of drab bandity type figure in like a shitty little chiton with a basic ziphos at his belt and a short bow on his slung around his shoulder. He just stares at you like with like sort of angry bushy eyebrows and then just quickly steps aside when he's ordered to by someone coming from inside. He just walks back and will crouch behind one of the pews. And you both take a step forward and step inside this temple.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 second. Lost my place. The interior of the temple boasts 30-foot high ceilings, supported by 2 rows of 3 columns each. 4 stone benches face a large obsidian statue of a shrouded man sporting 4 arms. That's against the easternmost wall. 6 bandits, as far as you can tell, commanded by some sort of captain figure, have taken up positions with their short bows at each of these columns on each side, all trained on you guys.
I would go and try to get it through the little door.
Okay.
They're distracting.
And
Very gently trying it. Is it open?
It's not open.
All right. In which case, I would try to unlock it with my lockpick.
Make a check. Make a sleight of hand check.
No. I have proficiency in thieves' tools, but I don't have proficiency in sleight of hand. Apparently, I still roll like I have my proficiency.
I say
on it.
sleight of hand because the modifier would be the same as if you were proficient in thieves' tools. So, just roll a stealth check. Make a check with make a dexterity check and add your proficiency bonus. Basically, is.
All right. Oh, 24.
Easy peasy. And you very gently creep on inside. As you step to the other side.
Yeah, fully cloaked up in
Yep.
the elven cloak. Just try to peering first, see if there's any shadows or any movement, and if there isn't.
You don't see any shadows or any movement. You see a small little separate sub-temple that contains a stone statue of a handsome, more older figure, short curly hair and curly beard, dressed in a toga, a sort of scholarly appearance about him.
is that a young Bacchus?
Sorry, come back. Upon seeing the 2 ladies enter after one of the puny bandits, from my perspective, puny bandits, I would like to slowly, nonchalantly just walk up, axe over my shoulder, just walking in, start slowly walking in like I own the place.
Okay, you do. You basically just march up. Boom, boom, boom. As you come into view, they all raise their bows higher, and the captain says, "Not him!" Points to you, Hilira. "Just you. Our companion is injured."
Many more of you will be if you don't let me stand here and witness this.
I'm warning you, we have all arrows trained on you. We will open fire. Oh, we will shoot.
See, the problem you've got with that is you've got all bows trained on me. The question you have to ask yourself is, can you reload in time before I kill you all?
Loose! I need everyone to roll initiative.
Sorry, chaps. Sorry.
Damn it! I was
Sorry.
gonna say I was gonna proceed to the.
Okay, you've got
Yes.
a second. So, rewinding 1 minute, you are able to subtly and stealthily... make another stealth check, Minos.
Yeah, it's a 29.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You are just... It helps that they're all trained on the front entrance, because you just... a fly's footfall would be louder than you as you creep up and hop on next to the statue without a sound. You are standing right behind this guys, and your companions can see you in plain view, but they have not noticed you.
Okay, cool. And then we roll initiative, yeah?
Okay, yes. Yeah, so I'll need everyone to roll initiative. I am going to create a new battle encounter.
Ooh.
Okay.
We'll turn off Blizzard and get the battle music going.
Yes.
Going to zoom in.
Ooh, epic.
Oh shit, I lost my place. Okay, there we go. So, quickly roll for the bandits. Okay, 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
15.
15.
Cool beans. What is your dex? Each of your dex mods?
+3.
-1.
Okay, so Bacchios goes before you.
With a +8, I still only managed to get 14.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
I'll say you have advantage on your stealth on your initiative check because you were unseen.
Alright, I'll roll one more. Should I roll again or roll with advantage?
Roll again.
Like
Roll again, and if it's higher, you can have it.
14.
Okay, nope.
Not having.
You are too busy thinking about sandwiches.
As you do.
15 to 10?
I ate some.
Other than 14?
Rolled a 4.
Okay.
So 12.
Cool. 12.
I have a +8.
I have a +8 because I am alert.
And
Nice.
we will begin combat. Top of the initiative order. This first bandit is basically gonna peek out slightly. He's trained on you, Bacchios, so he is going to raise up his short bow
Let's do it.
and fire forward. I'm gonna use my bronze die for this. Does a 10 hit.
No, it does not.
So you basically just catch the flimsy, shitty arrow and just snap it with your thumb. He's like,
I point at him. You're first.
next up, it is your turn, Bacchios.
Well, first things first, I would like to rage.
Yeah. Do you choose to utilize your armor?
Do I have that? I'm not wearing that in this build because I'm only level 5, not level 9, like we discussed.
Okay, that's totally fine, actually.
So yeah, I'm totally unarmored. But what I will do is, I will just push straight past Xanthia, and just rush at this guy, laughing as I go.
You still have your weapon, though, right? Your or is that do you?
No. No. That's for the simplicity of today's build. I've just got a standard great axe.
You can have your magic great axe if you like. Everyone has at least one uncommon item because I assumed you'd be keeping your magic item. So I'll let you keep your great axe.
Okay, if you can put it in my inventory so I know its stats, that'd be lovely.
I didn't build it yet, so it's a +1
That-
great axe unless someone's attacked you. Which if you attack someone who's attacked you, it's a +2 great axe.
Oh, perfect. Okay, then that works. So yeah, I will. So for the purposes of you guys, my great axe is made of a thick, dark bone that's been honed to a chisel edge. A worn, black-hafted wooden pole of many countless battles. Holds all of this stuff together, and it's got a sort of deep red glow about it when the light reflects off of the bone. So, brandishing this axe, I rush this bandit, laughing as I go.
Cool. And before you know it, you're upon him. By the way, during
Yeah.
combat, you guys are free to move your own tokens as well. It was just it's just
okay,
during
sorry, yeah.
exploration that to avoid accidental reveals. But continue.
Okay, I'll make the first attack against him with my axe.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Reckless.
Go for it.
That is a 14 to hit.
14 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. Where's my d4? Here it is. Because I'm raging, that's +3 to damage. So that is 11 points of slashing damage.
You You bisect this individual top down, but not like a clean anime slice. With all the finesse and grace of a toddler jamming a square peg into a round hole, he just... His two sloppy meat chunks just collapse on the ground and he instantly dies.
Who's next? You're next. And then the person that's in my direct eye line, this guy, just in front to my 11 o'clock. Do I have enough movement to get there? I've got 40 feet of movement. That should be fine, right?
You moved, so from the entrance you moved, yeah, you got plenty of movement.
Yeah. So I'm gonna dart around this column and then with the backhand of my swing just go vroom, and go for a decapitation.
Go ahead and make a second attack.
Is that also allowed to be reckless?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep. That is that's a 28 to hit.
28 definitely
Rolled a natural
hits.
19.
28
plus
definitely
9.
hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That will be 18 points of slashing damage.
And just shink and the severed head lands in the middle of the room. He instantly Anything else, Bacchios?
I think that's my movement, my bonus action, and my action. Do you know what? I'm just gonna stand there and just go. Rah!
Okay, yeah. Xanthia, it's your turn.
Yes. So for my action, I would like to cast Bless on all my fellow travelers.
Easy enough to do. You would need...
Praise be.
What's the range on Bless?
That's 30 feet.
You'd have to
Are
get a
all within
little
range?
bit into the center of the room to hit all three, but if you would
Yeah,
like to do that, you
sure.
can. Cool, so if you
I
go ahead and
will
move to the
do
center
that.
of the room, you'll be able to hit everybody.
Okay, let me see if I can manage to do that.
You can click on your token and then use the arrow keys.
Oh yeah. My computer is a little bit slow, but
Would you...
trying my best.
Would you like me to?
Yeah, that would be great. I think
Okay,
it's
yeah, no problem. So
low-key freezing.
yeah, we'll say you stand about here and you can hit all of them.
Okay, cool. So yeah, all of you guys are now blessed.
Easy enough. You watch as she stands into the center of the room, traces her trident in a sort of spinning motion, and then slams the butt end of the trident into the ground, and a phantasmal wave of water passes out in all directions. It sort of disappears into nothing as it hits most things, but as it hits the three of you, you are sort of left with these sort of phantasmal waves lapping around you in like a sort of aura. And you feel bolstered by them.
You moved.
Yeah.
Clara, not Xanthia.
No, I moved Xanthia.
Fancy's the blue one, right?
Xanthia's
Yeah.
the blue one.
But it
Very
says
blue.
Clara next to it.
That's her
Ah.
cursor.
Move
That's
token to-
that's Vietla's cursor on her
right.
computer.
Yeah, and then I would like to, if that's still okay, ready my trident, and just like in a defensive stance, just in case someone tries to attack me.
I'll let you do that for flavor, but if taking like readying an action or something would be an action,
Yeah.
and you use your action. But yeah, for flavor, you're on guard. All right,
Yeah.
very well. Oh, we had some
Um,
comments in the chat. Oh, hey Rebecca.
Hi.
Sorry, didn't. Minos, it is your turn. The figure
So,
right in front of the
Minos.
statue appears to be sort of dressed in better armor and has an actual helmet
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I thought as much. To those looking around, Minos just kind of appears almost out of nowhere as he throws his cloak back, revealing sort of his full sort of muscled, lean torso. Sort of looks like an Arabian thoroughbred horse. It's that kind of chocolatey color, very thin sort of hair in most places except in the middle of his chest. And he dashes forward for a goring rush from behind at that guy. So
You're aware that's not a
I don't know
finesse
if I'll
weapon,
hit.
right?
I know, but I'm trying anyway because I thought it'll be fun.
Okay, just making sure.
6 plus a d4 plus. I'm not gonna hit him with a goring rush. So immediately I would then attack with it because it's a bonus action. I would then attack with my rapier,
Okay.
pulling out sort of a basket-hilted sort of cutlass type looking thing.
Yeah, so he pulls out this sort of guarded kopis, which is almost like a kukri knife, but has a sort of upward curved quality that a couple of you Helira recognize. It's a weapon more stereotypically associated with Hasirans from the southern continent, but you know it is known as a kopesh.
I miss with my horns, and when I pull out my sword and try to hit him, I only got a 12, even with bless. So I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
Unfortunately, not.
It was from behind.
Yeah.
Was I unseen?
You tried to attack him with your horns first, though, right?
Yeah, would that mean I get advantage on that one?
You would have got. I assumed you'd rolled with advantage. My apologies. Yes, you would have got an
No, I
advantage on
didn't.
that. So I'll let you roll advantage on the horns.
Ooh, 14 plus my d4 is 15.
15 just hits.
Alrighty.
You're not the strongest
2
individual.
damage.
You've definitely, you have some bad memories of mightier minotaurs than you, making you feel foolish and small, but you always had cunning, and so you find the gap between the studs of his sort of lenothorax, and you pierce right under the shoulder. Not enough to sort of like gore him, but he's like, ugh! Turns to face you. Anything else? Oh wait, so you try to attack him, and he just basically catches your kopesh, and just like a trickle of blood goes down his hand. And You're small for a minotaur, but I look forward to mounting your head upon my mantle.
Alright. I'm still like a foot taller than him, alright? But never mind.
You said you're small for a minotaur.
Yeah, I
Which is-
know,
yeah.
but like, that's like going up to, I don't know, someone in the NBA goes, "Oh, you're small for a basketball player,"
Well, yeah. So
and you're like 5'6" or something. But sure.
Helira, it's your turn.
I'll look around at the chaos that has unfolded and just go, I don't agree with this. And let me see. Can I see that guy by the pillar on my left?
Yes.
Okay. I will cast Guiding Bolt.
Cool. He has a +2 to his AC because he's got half cover, but you do see him, so just be aware of that.
If I move one square, like here, could I see him better?
He's still got half cover. You'd have to move what square further in order to see him, like sort of get up near that brazier. So sort of about here if you wanted to
Okay. Well, I'll just get in close. You know, my rapier hasn't failed me today, and I'll just.
Go, you
Attack
go
with
for
my
you
rapier.
pull out your Mycenian triangular rapier and take a swing.
I rolled a natural 18 plus 6.
That
so
definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
great, and I didn't even. Oh yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, I did good. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Sorry, 2 seconds. I just pulled something up. You drive this pointed sword directly into his shoulder blade, severing his collarbone. He clutches it, and he sort of drops to one knee in a lot of pain and already looking very rough.
I'm sorry. I don't really agree with this. I don't have a bonus action, so I'm just gonna stand with my rapier.
Okay. At the end of that, the remaining bandits stare at you all, having watched two of their ilk get massacred into oblivion in the space of 6 seconds. And they're freaking out slightly, so they're going to this first one is going to rush up to you, Xanthia, and is going to pull out a crude copus and take a swing.
Okay.
Oof, does a... I don't think that hits.
A what?
Does a 12 hit?
No, certainly not.
He rushes up to you, but you're ready with your trident, and you just, with the sort of middle of the haft, crack him in the nose as he's telegraphing his strike from a mile away. He's like,
Stay away!
This other one is going to rush to his captain's aid. He's going to climb up onto the pavilion where the statue is, or the platform is. He's going to take a swing at you, Minos, with his own corpus. 12 again.
No, miss.
Incredibly, you, inspired by Xanthia's maneuver, as he telegraphs his own strike, just headbutt him in the nose. And he also... Oh! Stop doing that! The third bandit, next to you, Hilira, pulls out his own copus and is going to swing at you. Oh. 6.
You?
Oh my god.
He raises his sword to swing at you, but you kind of just twist your sword a little bit. He's like, and he just like, sort of like forgets to swing from the pain.
Idiots.
The captain, on the other hand, is sort of staring you down, Minos. And he...
I just smile.
raises his own copus, a sort of more jagged, serrated one, and he's going to make 3 attacks.
Ooh.
First one is 18 to hit.
18 hits.
You take 9 points of slashing damage. Second attack,
Okay.
natural 20.
Okay.
You take...
Saved all his good rolls for you, Minos.
Okay, so that's a 2 times 7 points of slashing damage. And as he's finished taking these 2 big swings that carve one bicep and then another one just sort of pierces your forearm, he pulls out a knife, a cinque dea, and tries to drive it into your clavicle. With that one, that is a 19 to hit.
Hits.
You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
And
I
that
just lean into it as he's stabbing me here, looking down at him and just kind of, you know when a bullet goes
yeah.
out of its nose? Yeah, like in his face.
He checks himself for a moment, like, like, shit, I thought that might have, dropped him dead, but he steels himself. Last bandit will try to rush up to flank you, Xanthia. Oh, for the record, I don't do advantage on flanking, I do +2. So he has a +2 to his attack roll. And we'll take a swing with his copus. 19?
That just hits, yeah.
He finds a spot in your armor and just sort of lacerates your flank. You take 7 points of slashing damage.
Ouchie. Okay.
And that is his turn. Bakios, it is your turn.
Point of order, DM. Is concentration... Sorry, is that's a concentration spell?
Yes, it is.
Correct, yes, sorry. Please make a concentration check, Xanthia.
Sorry, it's a backseat DM, but yeah,
No,
that's one of the things.
Thank you for the reminder.
That's a 10.
10 is
I
what you
don't
needed.
think blesses.
Oh, wait, so you rolled...
Oh, wow.
Wait, so it's half the damage, or 10 if 10 is higher. And so you met the DC. Also, was that a natural 10?
Yes.
Yeah, so you have good constitution as well, so you would have way exceeded it.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, it would have been a
So
con
that's
save throw.
13 total.
Yeah, so you're totally fine. So Bacchios, please continue.
Okay, whilst still reveling in my victory, now actually having fun for the first time since I was last in battle, I scan. The first thing I see when turning left is this guy on his knees, and I'm thinking, right, easy kill. So I rush over and go for an unarmed strike on this guy from behind. I want to
Okay.
take.
You have a +2 to your attack roll, because you are flanking. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
With the D4 from Bless?
Yes, of course.
Oh, yes. That's a natural 20.
Okay. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. Helira, you've got sort of the sword twisted into it, and you just watch as a giant hand grabs him from the back of the head and just slams his head against the wall, popping it like a water balloon, and he collapses to the ground.
As this happens, I go to wipe the blood on my face and stop. And sort of, you watch Hilaria as I sort of take a breath and visibly calm down a tiny bit as I shake the blood and brains from my hand. And then, and looking a little bit ashamed, I turn around, not wanting to make eye contact with you, I turn to my left and see this prick. To my 6 o'clock, and I'm going to go and make my second attack against him with my Great Axe.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Would this be advantage? No, this wouldn't be an advantage, would it? With +2?
No. So you're not
No,
flanking
yeah.
in any case, so wouldn't get the +2, but you can make a reckless.
Yeah, that's fine. You know what? I'm not feeling reckless because I feel a little bit abashed. I'm going to make this a normal roll.
Very well. Go ahead and make a normal attack roll.
Oh my goody aunt. That is that's 28 to hit.
Easy enough to do. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alrighty. That, my friend, will be that's 10 points of slashing damage against this guy.
This time you sort of flip to the sort of more bone spike end of the axe, and just bore a hole into his chest cavity, and he also immediately dies. Xanthia, it is your turn.
So, since this guy in front of me was so very rude to attack me, I will return the favor, and
Alright.
I will make an attack with my trident.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
So, does an 11 hit?
An 11 just hits.
Okay, sweet. So that would be 5 points of slashing damage.
Very good.
And since I get to attack twice, I will just do the same thing again.
Okay, go ahead and make another attack roll.
That's a 17 to hit.
17 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that would be another 4 points of slashing damage.
You swing your trident wide. The side prongs are bladed for slashing attacks, and in a quick swoop you do like a vroom, vroom movement, slicing one arm off with the first, and then you spin it round again and just fork him through the chest, and he instantly dies.
Rest now.
Minos, it is your turn.
Cool. I will bonus action disengage.
Okay, very well.
I will rotate around here so I'm more than 5 feet away from the second bandit,
Very good.
which allows me to use my swashbuckler's sneak attack
Correct.
if I hit. I'm hoping I'll hit this time.
Okay. Or are you gonna use your horns again? Is the question.
No,
Okay.
normal. I still have a D4, right?
Yes.
50 plus 3, 18 to hit.
18 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yay! Why does it keep coming up? Can't get rid of the dice rolly thing. There we go. Sorry, there we go. Rolled the 1. 6 damage. Plus this need attack for a second. Not rolling very well. And another 12 damage.
Okie dokie. This
And
time you're
then
ready
I'll
for
move.
This time you're
Oh,
ready
sorry.
for him, and you just lacerate his chest with your kopesh, and he clutches it, bleeding. And you'll.
And I'm gonna get the fuck away from him.
Okay.
And he can't have an opportunity attack because
Of course,
that's
he's
part of.
disengaged.
No, not even that. Like there's a
Oh yeah,
Wait,
I remember your supernatural gift.
fancy footwork.
Oh, fancy footwork.
No,
right,
just
yes.
fancy footwork.
Okay, perfect. Hilira, it's your turn.
I can't seem to move myself.
Oh. Let me, Is that okay?
Can I? Yeah, behind the column. I can't hide because I already used my bonus action. But yeah.
Okay, so
cool.
over here, you could make it to this column. Cool. Alright. Hilira, it's your turn.
So, from what I'm seeing, only the leader is still alive?
There's one other one on the other side of the statue.
I can't see him. That's
He's
great.
broken your line of sight right now, so you can't see him. But the leader is the one
okay.
you can see. But if you step out
Good.
from behind the column, you would see the other one.
Okay. Oh, I see them. Okay. I was stressed for a minute.
No.
I will move 2 squares. I will move back 1, I think. This is great. Can I get line of sight on just the leader?
Yeah, he's taller than Xanthia, so you can see him quite clearly.
Great. Can I try and guiding bolt him in the face?
Absolutely, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Great.
With bless, of course.
Oh! I rolled a 2, so that's gonna be a 10, and then I need to roll. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Plus a 1, so that's an 11 to hit.
11 misses.
Well, darn it. Okay. Well.
So the guiding bolt, you miss with... You kind of try to do a curveball to make sure you avoid hitting Xanthia. But, you miss, the, captain by an inch. And instead, it careens into his, subject behind him. And he just explodes in a column of divine fire. And you kill the one behind him by accident instead.
That was beautiful.
Sorry, I was gonna let you run. That's all.
I said, I rolled a saving throw for the bandit, and I was like, let's just see what happens. And it rolled a 1, so I was like, oh, come on. Too good not to. Alright, on the captain's turn, he looks at everything that's happened. Drops his sword. Alright, don't kill me.
See, I told you I'd kill you all before you reloaded.
Point taken. Please,
I don't.
don't kill me.
Let's have a conversation now, shall we?
Yes. Where
Very well.
is your wine?
Just tentatively points to the door where Minos came out of.
I would like to go and search for wine.
Alright, you travel through the sort of side pavilion, the side door to this monastery. Sorry, that's not this measuring tool. And you step inside. You see the statue of the figure like Minos did before you. What you also see is... sorry, 1 second. You see that this is where the bandits seem to have stored their gear. You'll find various different packs and things like that, and you're able to fish through them. You see they seem to be like sort of explorer type packs. They only have about sort of half their rations remaining in it, but amongst them you do find, I'll say, a jug of wine.
Awesome. I take this, unstopper it,
Yep.
come back in, sip in it, and then just nonchalantly lean up against one of these pillars, just enjoying the view and savoring the thrill of savoring the aftermath of the battle.
I would woke up
Santia will
to
look
the
over
dude.
to him and just mouth, "Save some for me."
Oh, I mouth back, "Okay, darling."
Thank you.
Woke up to the bandit captain, and I know he gets to keep his dagger, but I'm imagining sort of just pulling it out, handing it into his hand back in, just looking at him, going, "Now, why are you
Thank you.
here?" Doing my best to look menacing.
Make an intimidation check.
Let's hope this one goes any better than the last one. 26.
Oh, nice.
My name is Cadmos. Me and my crew heard tale of the treasure beneath this temple. We came to get rich.
Did look around at his friends. Look back at him. Bad luck.
So it would seem.
What
This
did
could
you
have all been avoided. Sorry, go on.
So what did you find here?
We have been unable to discern the location to the underground. The Elder will not talk, and he's the only one keeping my friend alive.
Your friend?
The last.
The one who needed
Yes.
the one who needed healing.
He tried searching through one of the altars at the other pavilions, and something severed his hand.
Could I do an insight check if I believe this thing
Go ahead and
he's
make an
saying?
insight check.
Okie dokie. Okay, you didn't betray me, thank you. 21.
As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth. You get the sense he is, despite his steely demeanor, is quite frightened.
How's about we help you frighten this elder and get your friend back, and you walk out with one friend instead of no friends today?
If you can see to it that my companion is able to stand, and grant us the enough supplies to make our way, we will leave you be.
Supplies? You're lucky we're not killing you right now.
Our own supplies.
Word.
Who do you think you are making demands? We're keeping you
We
alive.
will perish without food and water. We have our own. Please let us keep it with us. Is all
You
I'm
take
asking.
your own shit, okay? You can hunt if need be, okay? What? Question. You're like a big bad bandit leader. Why are you such a bitch? Your men can't fight for shit. They couldn't even stab me. Like, get your shit together, honey. Okay, that's all. Minos, do you need some healing, dear?
We will take only what we need, and you needn't see us again.
I would like at this point to sort of like jump forward, off from my leaning position, walk around me, sort of hand the wineskin off to hand the wineskin off to Xanthia as I go, and just sort of crouch down, sort of get in his face and say, right, we don't have to let you live. That's, Hilaria's got a very good point. You were a little bitch. Here's the deal. You tell us where you've already looked, and you can fuck off. How about that?
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, yes. Is Bless still active?
Yeah, it would be. It lasts
Yeah.
about a minute, doesn't it? So this is all
A
happening.
minute,
that-
yes.
That would be 18.
18. He gulps. I suppose that friendship had run its course.
He's leaving without his friend. The one we're gonna heal.
It might have run its course, but you still haven't said where you've already looked.
I know. The dungeon master is flicking through his notes. And
Right
needed
then,
to buy a little bit of time.
Excellent.
The other two pavilions have been searched thoroughly. Nothing but a trap that severs hands was found there. The statue of Enyo the Abolisher was the one with the severed hand. The other statue of Iakos was inconclusive. We found nothing.
Where
of
is
value.
your friend and this elder right now?
He points to the identically size-shaped room on that you came through, identical to the one you came through, Minos, on the other side.
Okay. And if I walk through that door, shall I expect a warm welcome?
You'll see a frail old man tending to the wounds of a dying man. He pulls out from his pouch a two gold rings. We found this from other severed hands that had fallen trap before. He just holds them out. We believe the passage may be here somewhere, but we have yet to find it. In this temple.
Let's go help your friend. He deserves better. I'm not inclined to let you live if you abandon him.
Don't suppose I have much choice.
Can we knock on that door?
Yes, you can. You hear a very frail voice. I told you before. You must let me work.
We're here to help.
The door very slowly creaks up, and you see a very gaunt, frail old man. If you had to guess, he might be in his 90s.
Hello.
Hello. Are you reinforcements for this band of delinquents?
I wouldn't say that. No.
I wouldn't say banned. Not anymore.
He half smirks. Some part of me wants to...
Xanthia, would you... Sorry, go on.
Some part of me wants to offer gratitude. We're younger and brasher, but I can only feel sad at the loss of life. What do you want?
We heard
We're
that.
told- Sorry, go ahead.
We heard that someone needs some healing around here. That he's fighting for his life.
His eyes flicks down to your holy symbol. He looks back up. If you have the means, please. I can only do so much for him. And he beckons you inside, and yeah, you see another one of these sort of thugs, just very deathly pale, and a bandaged but clearly bloodied stump where his right hand used to be.
Okay, let's take a look, shall we? And I would like to do a medicine check to get like an overview or like an idea of what can be done.
Make a medicine check.
Could I go into the room as well and assist?
Yes, absolutely. Xanthia, make a medicine check with advantage.
Oh yes. Yeah, okay, I rolled a 15 twice, so
Okay. The bandages that this old man has used are little more than rags. They're not cutting it. He's still losing blood. You gather healing magic would close the wound at the very least and prevent him from bleeding out, but the magic to maybe produce a new hand is far beyond you.
yes, and in that case, Xanthia will pray silently for just a small moment before she will lay her hands on this man's arm and restore 5 hit points to heal his wounds.
You trace your hands through the air, weaving them, and astral waters materialize out of nowhere, and almost like you're telekinetically holding this orb of water. You envelop this globule around his stump, and it sort of seeps into his skin, and then the bandage just falls off. A not fully healed but heavily scabbed over and certainly blood-stemmed stump remains, and he
Shh. It'll be alright. Try to rest.
He sort of just looks at you and then just passes out from the shock.
Okay. And yeah, Xanthia will step back to the group and look around. Look at the other people's faces, just trying to gauge the situation.
The elder stands up. Thank you, child of the sea. And you see he has a medallion himself around his neck. You see a 8-pointed star comprised of sort of long diamonds being the symbol upon his chest.
I only did what I could. The sea is plentiful, and I like to provide its bounty to the others.
He nods.
Feel bad for the bandits. Have you ever played a game with children and they ask you to not go easy on them and they cry at the end? And this feels very similar.
Can we leave now?
Sure.
Heal us! We're going. He sort of barges in, violently shakes the kid awake, and then just drags him out the room. And they just this boy just lets himself get carted off, basically, eyes half closed from the weariness, but he basically just has no choice but to let himself get dragged away, and they disappear into the snow outside. The elder stands up and comes out. He motions. He goes to stand up to you, Minos, and looks past you as if asking if he can pass, but without saying a word.
I would just kind of do not sort of I can't quite. Actually, maybe if I get a bit more distance, I can do the move. Sort of a.
He steps out and walks out into the center of the of the temple, and as you guys sort of step out to follow him, he gets the measure of all of you. I suppose introductions are in order. I am Maron, last elder of the Temple of Davmazo. Why have you come?
We don't
Like-
actually know. So we just kind of met up and then just kind of came here because we were sent here.
You were sent here. By whom?
I can't speak for these
Hello?
three. However, the all-powerful and all-knowing Clothis directed me to your temple today, saying what I would find would be interesting.
He sort of staggers back slightly. You have seen this sage be the picture of calm, but for a moment his eyes shoot wide. Clothis,
Oh,
do you know what this place is?
no.
He points to the the statue that you see behind him is made out of the glossiest obsidian. As you peer closer, you see lots of little twinkles and sparkles on the inside, resembling a starry night, and you squint and you realize that it has somehow on the inside been inlaid with thousands of specks of the brightest platinum, that when the light catches them exactly right, make the statue appear as if to be made of the night sky itself. And as he says it, it clicks for you as well, you've seen this figure before. Long ago, this was a temple to Crowfix.
Oh. Oh, shit. Clothis is a sly bitch sometimes.
And you recognize the name. All of you recognize the name. Crowfix is a primordial deity of knowledge. God of Horizons is his official title. He is said he knows everything that anyone in Theros also knows.
Do you mean to tell me your friends over there trying to shake you down for treasure did not notice the statue made out of platinum?
I caught one of them passing by a mirror and then jumping in fright. If that is any indication of their intelligence. That being said, there is maybe 5 platinums worth of treasure within that statue. And you notice as well, the amount of it's like specks the size of, like, granules of sugar, basically. It was in, like, coarse salt, rock salt.
Sure.
Like, the amount of platinum together wouldn't actually be that much.
Sure, but that's like 50 gold. To those guys, it's like 8 paydays.
That's fair.
There.
They're not very bright.
Yeah.
30 years ago, when this temple still received pilgrims daily, a horde of Hasiran raiders tore through the local townships. This was during the Theros-Hasiran War. The people fled to the temple in the hopes of finding safety, but were pursued by the invaders. Most made it inside this place. I was already getting on in years then. But we managed to get them all inside. The gates barred. However, this did not deter our attackers, and they threw themselves against the walls. We feared all was lost until 3 heroes appeared from within the temple, their weapons drawn. 4 days and 4 nights they bravely fought off the enemy, until each finally succumbed to their wounds. But their sacrifice was not in vain, for they decimated the horde, and the few who remained fled into the mountains, never to be seen again. The 3 heroes were buried within the grounds of this temple, their legendary weapons alongside them and their names added to the stone tablets that tell this temple's history. No one now remembers exactly where the burial site was. But no one save me. I've kept it a secret out of fear that the evil that had taken root below be let out.
Has anyone else come looking for this recently?
Not recently, save for these. Some have come in the past. None have ever returned. The only trace that remained of them were the echoing screams as they ventured below.
Ventured below. Where exactly would one do that if one was so inclined?
He sort of steps towards this area behind the statue. And he taps the wall. Then he returns to the front of the statue. In front of it and says, I wonder. And the specks of platinum thrum and glow together in a pulse. And you hear a... As right next to you, Minos, the wall moves, revealing an entrance. Stairs that disappear into inky blackness below. The power of this temple has faded in a long time. If the evil below were alleviated, perhaps this place could be a font of knowledge once again. Once upon a time, pilgrims would come here just to pray before Krufix ask for his wisdom. Those who carry his favor may even learn some of his secrets.
Oh, that sounds bloody awesome. Do you know what? I vote we go in.
And Bakios, it clicks for you a second. Detail you didn't remember before. Krufix is Clothis' brother.
Yeah. Which is why Clothis is a crafty bitch. Oh.
You do hear a subtle whisper on the wind. Only you, Bakios. Now you understand. I have plans for this place. It must be restored.
Oh, Clothis, oh, holy mother. I agree. Let's go.
Okie dokie. What is everybody doing?
Oh. Bokios would like to do as if go to the entrance where that was revealed and sort of like bounce on the balls of his feet as if ready to just go immediately.
Santhia will walk up to Minos and lean in and basically just go, you seemed like you got pretty hurt during the fight. Do you require any healing? I don't know what we'll find down there.
Indeed. I am a bit scratched up. If you could spare the healing, that would be wonderful.
Yes, of course. And Xanthia will cast Cure Wounds on him. She'll raise her hand and put it on his shoulder lightly. And you'll restore 6 points of healing at least.
Cool.
It ain't much.
But it makes a difference.
Can he later just have kind of like wandered off a bit and just kind of been like, is this what we're meant to do? Do we have to go into the basement? Like, I'm so confused. I need clearer messages. This is very confusing. I just had to kill people. Like, that wasn't fun. Like, it's not like I haven't done it before, but it's just
As
not
you're
fun.
panicking, you sort of look up and you see him, Bronos, just standing before you, plain as day. Enormous winged helmet and all. Alright. Don't worry, they can't see me. Sorry, my dear, for the ambiguity, but, you know how these god things are. I'm afraid my hands were tied in this matter. The, large red one made it a, personal request to, borrow your skills.
Okay, that makes it like a lot clearer. But like, do we have to go down below? Is that what we're meant to do? I'm really confused.
She, loves to keep her cards close to the chest, unfortunately, but, she wants this place to, be in service again.
Okay, so yeah, we're going down below then.
I believe her words were exactly, the time for secrets is over. Right, best of luck. I'm never far. And he tips his hat, and then, as you've seen him do before, blurs out of existence, almost like a Star Wars ship going into hyperspace. And all of you feel a massive gust of wind permeate the room for half a second, and then nothing.
Did someone fart?
Wasn't me.
I wish it was me. Jesus Christ. Whoever that is.
Okay, so are we going down below?
The elder,
I
just
vote
as you
yes.
guys are venturing down, asks you, Minos, why did you ask about others?
I am looking for someone that might have come this way. This is the kind of place that might have interested him.
Who
Goes
is
by
this?
the name Pyramor. May I describe him?
Liked to talk a lot about himself. Very fond of his voice.
It is his favorite pastime, indeed.
A few months ago, he ventured below. I saw nothing. I heard nothing after that.
Well, I shall take a look.
And as you guys venture one after the other down this inky blackness into what lies below, we're gonna take a quick break, 5 minutes or so, just so I can use the restroom, and we'll check back in at 10 to 10.
Cool.
Perfect. See you guys in a sec. Gonna switch to
See you soon.
be right back screen.
Nice.
everything and tell everyone that we're back. So, back to battle layout. Yeah, as you guys venture down below, I will activate the second map. Sprawling before you, Xanthia. In fact, I'll switch to main layout just for roleplay purposes. But
Still loading,
It's
but
loading.
88%.
So did we make the conscious decision to go in without lighting a torch, even though none of us can see?
you could,
Except one.
You could have chosen to light a torch if you wanted.
I'm just checking how everyone's feeling.
I do have a torch on me. Yeah, I would have lit it.
Okay.
I would have lit up my shields with the light cantrip.
Okay, easy enough. So, torch is what, 20 feet?
Yes.
So, bright light. So it's 20 feet of bright light, or is it 10 feet of bright and then
20
feet of...
20 feet at bright light, dim light for an additional 20.
That is a powerful ass torch. Thought it was less than that, but fair enough.
Adventuring gear, man.
Okay.
I do.
So I've updated your token to shed that kind of light.
Hang in.
Minos, oh, light cantrip, right, Heliera? What does that come to again?
Bright light 20, dim light for another 20.
Right, same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot. It's I have to do 40 for the dim light, otherwise it'll be covered by the bright light. Same for you, Bacchios.
Cool.
If I do 20-20, then they're both the exact same length. Two seconds. And just this is just a tight and tip-top shape operation I'm running. Okay, you should be good to go. You guys should be able to see. Minos, you should be able to also see because they're next to you.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, I did Helio wrong though. 40 for dim and 20 for bright. You see a long corridor stretching before you. Doors on each side that lead to you can't see where. It's musty and aged. And here it smells like ancient decay. And sure enough, as you stare down this corridor and you light up light, you see just bones upon bones.
Yeah.
The doors, are they doors or openings?
They are openings.
Okay.
Come on, let's go. No time to waste, everyone. Let's go. I know it's a bit drab and depressing, but we've got this. Come on.
Yes.
All right. Again, just for exploration purposes, I'll ask that you tell me where you want to go. And
Okay.
so, Bacchios, yes, you have the door immediately to your right, and you see more openings further down. Sorry, to clarify, Minos, there is one that is a door, and the others are not doors. Wait, no, sorry, never mind. You can't tell.
Okay. I would make my way and peer around the corner very carefully.
You peer around the corner, you see a singular door to the one immediately to your right. And stepping forward, you can't quite peer into this darkness, but as you just beckon Bacchios to get a little closer with his torch, you reveal a sort of T-junction in this corridor with two larger double doors at each end.
Oh, we're finally in your natural habitat here, Minos. Where would you like to go in this little maze?
It's just covered in bones on the floor.
Yeah, it's not like blanket, but you do see crumbled skeletons everywhere.
Well, what exactly are we looking for?
We don't actually know. Just some vague power or force or artifact under here. So something that would cause something that would be worth guarding, I think.
I think
In
they
these
also
sort of-
mentioned substantial evil down here.
Yeah, so I think we'll know it when we see it.
Yeah.
These sort of places, the deeper you go, the more well defended things
Yeah.
are. I would assume the ultimate evil will be very deep.
I do like going deep. Let's go.
Is there any sort of descending pattern, or is it just flat?
It appears to be just flat in any direction you can see.
What about these stairs on the edge down here?
You move up to them, and you see that wherever they led to collapsed long ago, and is just piles of rocks.
Well, we ain't going that way. Right, Minos, Mr. Minotaur. Let's let's use your let's use your
suggest we try a few
labyrinthine
doors.
senses.
And look for a way down. Any preference, or should we flip a coin?
Can I look at the floor to see if there's like a way the bones are like scattered? To see if there's an origin point where the bones like kind of shoot out from or something? I don't know.
Make a investigation check.
Okay.
19!
With a 19, I'll say that you notice there is no pattern. These don't all appear to have been from the same event. They're in different states of decay. Some of them are just almost powdering. Others still have little bits of meat on them. That's just slawing grossness. But you notice no sort of trend or pattern amongst these corpses in an informative way. It tells you that these are different groups of people who died at different times.
If nobody else has any ideas, I suggest we just eeny, meeny, miny, mo, open a door and see where it goes.
Yeah.
Right, let's go. And I open this door to my left.
I just
Okay.
open it. Okay.
You walk in front of it and just open the door.
Kick it open.
Yeah, boom. Easy enough. It comes open fairly straightforwardly. Not a whole lot of obstacle.
Hello?
There is no response. What you do see before you, two stone tables flanked by benches crowding the top half of this old dining room. Everything is covered in cobwebs and dust.
Oh, nothing this way. Let's, anywhere.
You guys, do you guys follow Bacchios into this room?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you all pile on in behind him, and you all see this dining room as well.
Is there any doors out of it? I think so, right?
Yes, so you see, as you move around the room, Minos, you see something over here, over to the south, an entrance, a door that's basically collapsed on the ground and has an open way. And behind you is a sort of shut door that leads somewhere.
What about this alcove down here?
You travel down to that
Okay.
alcove, you see another shut door that leads somewhere.
Should we try those doors? Maybe?
Yeah, let's go.
One of the doors,
Power
I
through.
should stress, one of the doors has fallen off its hinge. Sorry, in case I can clarify. One of them has fallen off its hinges, and you see, like as you stare through it, you actually see that the worked stone ends, and you begin to see more sort of wrought cavern.
Ooh, this looks interesting, everyone. Look at this door. It's been broken off, and it's raw stone. This looks off the beaten track. Let's go. I said, let's go.
Let me see through it.
Yeah, you see the same thing. You see the carved stone that is smooth and bricked over just sort of ends, and you see more natural cavern.
Do we know if we're supposed to go into the caverns or explore the temple?
We have. I don't think we know. I think we just go. I think we just plow through.
Right, great planning, sure.
It's never served me wrong before. Well, maybe a few times. Actually, a lot. But I'm sure it won't happen this time.
You're not alone this time, so I'm quite confident in our abilities.
Yeah, we destroyed those assholes up there.
I would cloak up and try to silently, hugging the wall, go into the cavern and have a wee look. But is it like it's complete pitch black, right? If there's no torchlight, although he's shining some of it in. Can I hear anything?
Make a perception check and make a stealth check if you're trying to be quiet.
You can take my torch if you want, Mr. Minotaur.
I presume the girls follow.
Yeah.
Can I look into the room to like get some like clues and stuff?
Okay,
in the
go ahead and make an
meantime?
investigation check.
Okay. 6.
Looks abandoned. Any food or anything sort of of value was rotted away or taken long ago.
Okay, I'll look at the closed door and I'll just be like, maybe we, and I'll follow the group.
All right.
It's
As you guys
23 stealth and a 12 perception.
Okay, you sort of travel ahead. I don't know how far you're coming with Bacchus is coming with you, but as when the light ends, you can't really see any further ahead. It's pitch black.
I mean, I'll follow. I mean, I'm all for letting a Minotaur lead the way underground in the labyrinth.
You see that as you guys come to a junction, it seems to branch off into 3 separate ways. 2 heading southwards that seem to be sort of thinner, more sort of straight type caverns, and a second branch point further north that seems to be wider.
How about we split up and search for clues?
Do you think that is a good idea?
I don't see why not. What's the worst that could happen?
Traps
There?
in your hand.
I just kind of shift my weight around on the crunch. Is there still bones crunching everywhere? Is this area bone?
No, the
Oh,
bones
okay.
seem to have ended somewhat as you come to these sections of unworked cavern.
Well, someone lead on. Let's go. Pick a direction.
Left.
Left it is.
Okay. You guys journey together through these cavernous entrances. And you find that this piece of cave... Sorry, I didn't mean to sort of put you on your own, Heliera. This piece of cave doubles round in and of itself, creating this looped area, which I now realize is not visible on the camera. Cool, just to fix that.
See. But when I said left, I meant left and stick left. So
Sorry, how do you mean stick left?
just keep a wall to my left. So eventually it would be going down here.
Okay, my apologies. So after... I'll say then you originally traveled to this doubled over area here.
Mm-hmm.
And you find a just this one seems to be littered with animal bones as well, and more. So you spy another enormous pile of bones. This one also littered with animals. There's a bison skull in one place, and you swear at one point you see a large snake, but you sift through the bones, finding nothing of value. You decide to double back, and traveling further southward. You, cool, perfect. You venture towards that way, and you come face to face with a sort of stagnant, slimy pool.
Like And the torch just lighting it up is just water. There's nothing else in it.
Make a perception check.
Oh, not my forte, but 7.
Just seems like water.
Seems. How deep is it?
I will tell you.
Will we be able to see?
Oh yeah, can we see the bottom?
Yeah, it's about 2 feet deep. Sorry, I
Ah.
couldn't remember what the exact number was, so I was just quickly looking it up.
Oh, right. Oh, but there's like more on the other side. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
that's what I was
okay.
asking. Is it just a pool, like with nothing else
Sorry.
there? But
You
Okay.
travel forward and you see one cavern that travels upwards. You gather back towards the entrance where you came from. And as you wade through the water, you sort of encounter blackness, but as Bakios ventures up behind you,
Yeah, I'm coming.
and you all
Oh,
follow
I'm
suit,
coming.
you find, Minos, that the unworked stone gives way again to worked stone, and you feel you have doubled back slightly to maybe where one of the other doors led into, and you see a just dilapidated, maybe storage room, a larder of some sort.
okay. Left doesn't fail.
Oh, you're one of those Minotaurs. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Left all the way. Let's go left again. Out the head. Let's go through the spider webs.
Bakios, do you bound onwards?
Oh, I'm ushering people forward. I'm very impatient to see why my patron has directed the four of us to this secret, very important dungeon.
I'm
Very
just
well.
gonna have a quick listen at the door before leaving, just to see if I can hear anything.
You do not.
Is it open?
Yep, you try it, and you sort of venture through slightly. With Bakios behind you, you venture through the inky blackness, but traveling a little bit further, you find another door to your right that leads to the tunnel that you guys originally came in through.
Sure. All right. And then keep going, I guess, the way.
Okay. Bakios
Let's go.
joins you, and as you guys move forward, it opens up somewhat. And you find yourselves in a sort of circular cavern. Apologies. You are immediately greeted by a oh, sorry, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh,
Don't know how I've done that.
you come face to face with just an empty cavern that seems to have just been home to some cave spiders.
There's no way out.
No way out. This one is closed shut.
Okay. Well, keep going left. So that takes us back to the main chamber and back to the other door.
Okay.
As we walk back, can I just walk next to Xanthia and just go, men and directions?
Horrible.
Well, who are we gonna ask? Seriously. I'd love to stop and ask for directions.
So you guys venture back to the doubled over area, the main area, the large area?
I don't know, you guys, do you want to go through the other side of the cavern or go
Yeah.
through one of the other doors in the main tunnel?
Let's just go.
All right.
No, first instinct. Let's just go.
First- Yeah.
I feel like cavern is where it's at.
Yeah.
You guys travel northwards through the cavern. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to pick you all up at the same time. And there's a small drop that forces you to sort of clamber down. But one by... Yep, basically.
Boom.
You see... And as you venture forward, you come to a forked section. To your left, you see another sort of decrepit storeroom And you continue to venture forward. And this room appears to have been is an all-natural cavern except for a stone altar at the other side. Carved into the front of the altar are is the 8-pointed star of Krufix. Around the star are just etched lines upon lines upon lines of different phrases that you can't quite make out.
This is what we're looking for.
An unguarded empty room, maybe not?
No, I'm.
Who dares disturb this place? Floating through the altar, you see a shrouded figure. At first you think, oh, it's an apparition of Krufix, but there are only 2 arms. And as the hood lifts up, you see a phantasmal skeletal face. The robes, the hooded robes float about it, and as one of the tendrils of cloth flicker up, you swear you make out, for a moment but a second, a horde of screaming faces in the cloth. Sorry,
Well-
frozen again.
Are you like the big evil that lives here?
Hasiran scum, I will send you to your foul gods. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's get some battle music up in here again.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so 25 to 20.
21.
Nice. Oop, let me quickly update and actually switch to the battle cam.
I rolled low again. I got +8 and I keep rolling shit. And then I get an alert on top of that, so that I kind of have +12 or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, it's so annoying.
Sorry, quickly switching to the battle cam. Very good.
Why do I have +8 again? It's something to do with being a swashbuckler.
Yeah, you add your charisma modifier to initiative rolls. So sorry, so 21, 10 to 15?
12.
No, I got 16.
20 to 15.
Okay, so 16 for Minos, 12 for Xanthia, and what'd you roll, Hilira?
I rolled a 3, so an 11.
You're so alert right now.
I'm
Okay.
doing great.
Very well. Top of the initiative order, Bacchios.
Well, first things first. Not, I thought this would be a fun little dungeon crawl. It's already turned out to be a shit show. I would like to rage. And as I rage, I'm going to use my action to take form of the beast, tail. So,
You're not a beast barbarian, remember?
Yeah, I was.
We said wild magic, remember?
Oh, what? You know what? Take back everything I just said.
Which reminds me, I completely forgot you would have had to roll on the table before.
Mm-hmm. And we just changed that to wild magic. Yeah, sorry, I got something stuck in my head when we last.
No worries.
Okay. But when I rage, Fair enough. In that case,
If you're raging and you're going to use the feature, I will need you to roll a d8, I believe it is?
yeah, a D8. That's it.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d8.
Oh yes.
You guys watch as he starts frothing at the mouth, but a sort of glowing light emits from his chest, and sort of his eyes begin to smolder with a red light, and it's just sort of pour out of his mouth as well. And just like this chaotic energy vibrates around him. What'd you roll?
And I rolled a 7.
What does that get you?
I don't know. I don't have that on my screen.
All
Sorry.
right, let's quickly pull it up.
Sorry, features and traits.
You switch to wild magic, yeah?
Yeah.
Path of Wild Magic's number 7 is flowers and vines temporarily grow around you until your rage ends. The ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies. So you guys watch as just he takes a step forward and roots begin to literally sprout from his legs. And as he takes a step into the ground, flowers erupt around him, thorny sort of roses and oleandros, just sort of creating a difficult to traverse thicket in 15 feet around him that as soon as he moves and leaves a certain area, it dies immediately and then grows in another spot, following him like a circle. Okay, so Bacchios, you're raging. What next?
Oh, I'm charging this fucker.
Okay.
Axe raised, Trident 2 tested, charge in, take a swing.
Okie dokie.
That will be a 26 to hit.
26 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, yes. That will be that plus 8. That is 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay. You take a mighty swing with your axe. Oh. I hate this sometimes. Take a mighty swing with your axe and you part this form as if it were, you were waving a stick through fog, and it reforms like...
You will not desecrate this place.
That's what you think, and I swing at him again.
Alright. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
That will be 23 to hit.
As you do so, he raises his hand towards you, and you are in a blinding bolt filled with the anguish of hundreds of people at the same time, and you rack your brain. Your roll is lowered by 12. What does that come to?
So that would be 11.
Which goes wide, misses. And you sort of stand there for a moment. You felt the pain of hundreds of deaths at the same time rack through you in the same moment.
It's not the first time.
But they weren't
that would be my turn.
It wasn't your death.
Oh.
It was like you could feel the deaths of others. Hundreds.
That would be my turn.
Minos, it's your turn.
Cheerful. I am going to try and get behind him. Can I get here?
Make a
Where
acrobatics
is that?
check to sort of hop up onto the altar.
Oh, shit. Alright. It's gonna go badly, I'm sure. Yay! 7.
Unfortunately, you sort of don't see a spot where you can quite safely do that, and you decide to not chance it, so you can get about that far.
Okay. I shall stabby.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Go figure. 26 to hit.
26 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Another 1. 6 points of damage. But
He is engaged.
Sneak attack.
Yep.
Another 10 points of damage.
So you did 6 points of damage plus 10, so 16?
Yeah.
Okay. You carve through him with your rapier, and his form does flicker, but it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you had hoped. Anything
He
else on your
moved.
turn?
Well, why did he move?
Oh, I must have misclicked that by mistake. That was not supposed to happen. Okay.
Well, immediately after I hit a creature, I can try to basically headbutt him and see with hammering horns.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh, it's just a shove. Wait. As part of the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to attempt to shove that target with your horns. So they have to succeed on a strength saving throw. There's no attack.
Okay.
Not
Does
shove
it say anything about if the creature is immune to grappled?
No.
Okay.
But if I don't attack him, he just moves 10 feet away. I'm just headbutting him 10 feet out of the way.
Okay.
If he fails his turn. It's only a DC 11.
What, a strength saving throw?
Yeah.
He, 14?
Yeah, passes. It's
Yeah,
fine.
so basically you go to headbutt him and he just sort of, his form flickers and you just go through him. And you sort of retreat your head back and you're like, "Huh?"
Imagine that would feel terrible.
Yeah, it's like cold mist.
An icy cold shower.
Yeah, it's like an icy cold shower. And
Ew.
you swear as you pass through him, you hear hundreds of screams. Anything else, Minos?
Okay, that's my turn. No, that's my turn.
Okay. It is this creature's turn. He just stares you down, Bacchios. Raises a hand. And his shroud ripples once more, and you see again faces upon faces upon faces forming, almost like as if they're poking like through the fabric of his shroud. I need to make a wisdom saving throw, Bacchios.
Oh, shit. Set wisdom saving. Alright. 8.
That fails.
Oh, fuck.
You take
Oh, God.
18 points of psychic damage, and you are inundated with waves of painful memories that you see from 100 different sets of eyes. Different Assyrian invaders stabbing the life out of you. You live in a second. You live 100 deaths of civilians who died here once, a long time ago, and this sort of anguish just radiates out of you, and each of you, also, each of your companions around you takes 16 points of psychic damage.
16.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm not doing well.
Actually,
As you basically are all also wrought with living, just the sheer pain of living through all the deaths of these people just breaks a little bit of you, of each of you. Sorry, continue.
I would like to activate my channel divinity in this case, actually.
Okay. Is that a reaction?
It's a reaction, yes.
Fantastic. What is it?
Rebuke the violent. Immediately after an attacker within 30 feet deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you, you can use a reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom saving throw. On failure, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt, or half the damage on success.
It's not an
That's
attack.
It's not.
No, if it says attack, it means includes an attack roll. So,
that'd be
guiding bolt
huge.
versus fireball, if that makes sense.
Ah, God. Okay. Ah, sad.
Best thoughts, Andy.
Sorry.
Okay.
But it is your
Okay.
turn, though, Xanthia.
Yeah.
Actually, I will say though, just as part of that, this creature is going to pass through you, Bacchios, using its movement, and appear on the other side in front of you, Hilira, and you, Xanthia. But it is your turn.
Yes. So, Santhia will actually just attack this thing right away
Okay.
with her trident.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
So that would be... Okay, 9 does not hit. I'm pretty sure of that.
9 misses, unfortunately.
But I get to attack twice, so let's try again. That would be a 20 to hit.
20
Dirty
definitely
20.
hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And okay. 10. That's
Will you be hitting him with the strength of the weapon alone?
yeah.
Okay.
So that would be 9 points of damage, and then as a bonus action, Santhia will actually just turn her trident around and use like the bottom part of it to smack him in the face as well.
Polearm Master, nice. I did not know you took that feat. Very cool.
I did. And yeah, that would be... Wait. Attack roll, that would be an 18 to hit.
18 definitely hits.
And that's also 5 more points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so you cut through him. Alright, 1 second. Damn it. You part him and he reforms, but flickers a second again with the trident, and you spin around and just bring the pommel down and just like scatter him, and he reforms. But, took a hit. The faint but nonetheless present magic of your trident allowing you to find purchase on this creature's form.
Alright, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Hilira, it's your turn.
Okay, Hilda's gonna go 1 step forward, and then I'm going to cast Spiritual Guardians.
Okay.
So
Watch as
yeah, sorry.
Hilira steps forward and just thumbs out in all directions, and this whirlwind, or should I say, she sort of steps out, and this clone of hers made out of like spectral light seeps out of her. The clone gives you all like a sort of like smile, thumbs her nose, and then starts running in a gigantic, like a sort of creating a tornado, almost like the Flash, in a loop around Hilira in a 15-foot radius. This just persists, and it's the creature's caught in it as it seems to be like struck with 100 fists at the same time. How much is a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah.
That's a 20. Sorry, no, 18.
Oh, that saves. So it takes half damage.
Okay, how much does it take?
I'm rolling it right now. That is 11 half to 5 or 6?
5.
It can't 5 points of damage.
Nonetheless, the points of damage do find purchase on this creature's body.
Great.
Anything else?
No, I don't think I can do anything right now.
Very well. Bakios, it is your turn.
After being violated mentally and physically, he's just gonna try and just take 2 wild swipes in his rage, with his weapon, which now glows more brightly red now that he's been taking damage from this creature. So if I remember right, that his weapon is now +2.
Correct.
Perfect. That works for me. So that is a +8 +10. So that's a 24 to hit.
Knowing how much getting hit by you hurts, he's going to use Rebuke of the 1,000 again.
Is that another wisdom saving throw?
Yeah. Wait, no, it wasn't it wasn't for the first time, was it? He just rolled a Yeah. First time when I rolled when I lowered your attack roll by 12.
Oh, okay. So that would be 24 minus 12, so 12.
So it was a D12, not 12, so I'll just need to roll.
Oh, okay, go on. Yeah, sorry.
11.
Yeah, so 13.
Just hits.
Oh, yes.
So
okay,
these
so that...
voices scream out at the same time, but you are just seeing red, and you proceed to still cut through.
Yeah, that's 16 points of slashing damage.
Oof. He's looking not as good as he was.
Good, you prick. I'm gonna go in for a second slash. Ooh, that is 13 to hit.
13 also hits, or just hits.
Perfect. Roll damage again. That is 20 points of slashing damage. No, sorry, 17. Sorry, 17. Sorry, I miscalculated.
Okay. Yeah, you just carve like a fan through wind. You scatter him, and he manages to reform, but you see his form is frazzling slightly.
Fucking straight dick, you bastard!
I will break you.
And I will eat your soul.
Minos, it is your turn.
Right. I'm not doing so well, and I feel trapped. So I'm gonna try to get the fuck out of there. But on the way, I will attack him.
All right. So you sort of do like a hit and run style, flank tactics.
27 to hit.
27 definitely hits.
Oh, nice roll. 9 in the normal damage. And 9 for sneak attack.
Okay, so
18 points of damage. And then I am going to keep moving. So I moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to bonus action dash. 1, 2, 3.
that'll do it.
4.
Run, Minos, run!
Is that out of range of his weird psychic thing? Would I be able to know, like, roughly?
Roll an Arcana check.
Damn it, I guess I should just remember what you'd said. Without asking. 16.
You know how this works. You're not versed on the finer points of undeadology, unfortunately.
Alright, in which case I would err on the side of caution. And how much did I move so far? 1. So
That's Spirit Guardians, by the way. I just popped that up, Helita.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 35, 50. I'm gonna stay at 50 feet of distance.
You find yourself in Melitis at your favorite tavern.
Can I still see him? I can, right? He's lit up.
Let me check. If your character can see him, then you can still see him. Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of light in that room. Yeah, no worries. All right, it is his turn.
He has to make a wisdom save for my spirit guardians.
All right, yes. That is a natural one. So yeah, full damage.
Fuck yeah, 15 points of damage!
Nice.
You rolled full damage?
Nice.
I rolled really well. It's 3d8.
Okay. No, fair play, fair play.
That's half it, yeah.
Okay. He turns to you. Looks at you, Helena.
Enough!
Clasps your head with his hands and is going to use Suffering Echoes again. As you hear.
Oh, Jesus.
Wisdom saving throw, Helena.
Please roll well.
Please.
24.
So that succeeds. So you take... Be glad you succeeded. That would have been 28 points of psychic damage, halved to 14.
Oh my god, I'm doing rough.
But the rest of you take no damage because she succeeded on the saving throw and managed to contain the blast, or the blast of psychic energy within herself.
Oh, well rolled.
I do need you to make a concentration check, though.
$17.
Yeah, so you pass. Spirit Guardians is still up. Alright, next up, it is you, Xanthia.
Yes. Am I so close to Hilira to touch her?
Yes, you
Or
are.
that I could reach out?
Yes, you
Okay.
are.
So then, as for my action, I would like to reach out and quickly lay on hands and restore 20 hit points to her.
Easy enough to do.
And
She does like this swipe, like a flick of her hand, and a geyser of astral water erupts out from underneath you, Hilira, and as it sort of washes away, your mind calms and you feel better.
And then for my bonus action, yeah. I think I will actually, after reaching out, get my hand back and once again pray to my goddess Thassa, and this time I will cast Shield of Faith, and I will actually center that on Bacchios. So you now have a +2 bonus to your AC.
Thank
Very
you.
well. Hilira, it is
Yes.
your turn.
I'd like to cast a 2nd level healing word on my boy who's running.
Okay.
Because, you know, that's vibes.
So the healing words you say are, "Get your ass back here!"
Exactly. You heal 10
I was
points.
down to 3 hit points.
Well, I gave you another 10.
She doesn't know that as well, so...
And then, can I do anything else? I can use a cantrip, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I will cast Soul the Dead on him.
Okay.
Just, you know, give him a little taste of his own medicine.
So that is a, 11?
Haha! No. That is 9 points of damage!
If he weren't immune to necrotic.
Ah! I should have used Secret Flame.
Shoulda, woulda.
Like,
Well, at
here's
least
the bell.
Yeah.
Raised. Yes, I know, I've heard it before.
Yeah. You swear you hear 1,000 voices at the same time say, "Bitch, please." Alright, top of the initiative order, Bacchios.
Oh, you know what my boy is gonna do. He's gonna keep swinging. Rah!
Okay.
You got this!
That's 25 to hit.
He's gonna try to use, Rebuke of the 1,000.
Yeah. Roll it.
That's cocked. It's a 5.
Yep, so 20. Dirty
Still
20.
hits.
Good stuff, right. That is 18 points of slashing damage.
Jesus.
Yep. rolled a 9 plus 9 damage because of rage plus 2 on my weapon plus 5. Oh, barbarian, man.
Okay, learning a lot from this. Learning a lot from this whole experience.
Alright, next attack.
Okay.
Not good, that's 12 to hit.
12 just misses.
So, swing once, get excited and...
This time he basically, sort of, he just stands forward, like, just starts forward with through his hood, and the skeleton just in your face and sort of spooks you just for a second. Like, not enough to frighten you, but, you know, it just misses as a result.
You will die, one way or another. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay, Minos, it is your turn.
How's he looking?
His
Probably
form
not easy
is...
to tell.
It's a little harder to tell with incorporeal creatures, but you do see that his form is now flickering a little bit more. You hear the discordant voices getting louder and more pained.
Alright, I do feel a bit revived, so I will join back in the foray. I won't stay out of melee. I will move forward and bonus action dash to get back into hand-to-hand and try to strike him again with my rapier.
Make an attack.
Or Kopesh, whatever you call it.
Kopesh, yeah.
18 to hit.
18 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
11 points of damage.
Okay.
And sneak attack of another 11 points of damage for 22 points of damage.
Again, it doesn't do as much damage as you'd hoped, but you managed to scatter one of his arms, and it seems to struggle a bit more to reform now.
Cool.
Anything else, Minos?
No, I've used my bonus action to get back into melee, which I think is stupid, but
Yeah.
hey.
On this creature's turn, it just stares at you now. Bacchios says,
Filthy invader.
and once again. Sorry, I took a step back. I didn't mean to.
It's very effective. You'd be a great Karen.
Wisdom saving throw.
It has to make a wisdom save for me first.
Oh, right, yes. 17?
Yeah, makes it for 17 half is 8?
Yes, correct.
8 points of damage.
Wisdom saving
Right,
throw,
that's-
Bacchios?
No, not on the floor. Not on the floor. Oh, I wish I could have kept that one. Oh well. That is 18.
18 succeeds.
Hit me. Hit
Still
me.
take. Oh. So would have been 15 halved to 7.
7.
I rolled really low that time.
Nice.
And the rest of you don't take anything, as this time he manages to contain the psychic blast within himself. He will, however, shift 5, 10, 15 feet this way without provoking an attack of opportunity and sort of just like get up against the wall.
What?
I
Is
don't
he
know what
effective?
his movement is, but my spirit guardians make difficult terrain.
And so does my flowers and vines.
He has he has been levitating throughout this whole time. He also has incorporeal movement. So unfortunately, difficult terrain does not affect him in that same way. But he sort of turns to face you all like. You can see his form starting to flicker severely, though. All right, next
Get your
time,
Casper ass back here, boy.
Xanthia, it is your turn.
Yes. Give me a second. I need to read up on something. God. How large are those squares on the map exactly?
5 feet.
5 feet. Okay.
If you click on the little ruler tool to your side, it'll let you measure anything you want to.
Ah, okay. So,
But you can see everyone's ruler at the same time, so
Yeah.
everyone can be measuring.
You'll need to decide on colors, by the way. But nah, kidding.
okay. Okay, I'm still not sure about this thing, so I'm just not gonna do that. And yeah, you know, Bless is always a very solid option.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I'll have to drop the Shield of Faith on Bacchus then. But sorry, I'm just trying to keep everyone alive, you know. So yeah, that will cast Bless.
Easy enough. You spin your trident once more and boom, send a wave out of water outwards, and you all feel blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag Blessed. And I think then I'll. Oh, I think that's actually it. I will not take any movement or anything else.
Very well. Hilira, it's your turn.
Okay. I like to. He has some distance from me. I'd like to guiding bolt him.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Yeah. That is 6 plus 8 is 14.
14
Oh wait,
hits.
no, that's a 9. I rolled a 9. Never mind. 17.
17 definitely hits.
That will be 12 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh no, I just want to at the same time take a step forward so he's back in my spiritual guardians and just both of us at the same time just bam, blast at him with my zooming thing following as well.
Your guiding bolt passes through your spirit guardians. Almost like an arrow, catching a light on a fire and becoming a flaming arrow. And you see your astral form running towards him. And it passes through him. And he sort of goes through the wall, and you hear as the steps go far and far and far away. And then there's a moment's pause before you hear behind you, as the steps seem to be coming closer and closer from behind you, as the astral you comes out from somewhere from behind you, runs through again, having done a loop of something, and boom, just punches him straight into the chest, and he flies apart like leaves in the wind. And is scattered into the ashes.
That was amazing!
That was intense. How's everyone doing?
I could do with a drink. But apart from that, I'm alright. But that was badass, Hilaire.
Yeah.
Hilaire. Fucking A.
Amazing work. I need 2 drinks and a sleep.
Oh yeah. I think a good amphora of wine and a nice long rest would all do it some good. But should we maybe first look around for the answers that we came here to find?
Could we? I'd like to maybe investigate the altar a teeny tiny bit more for signs of anything Crucifix or Clothis related in terms of its lore or writings.
I will say as well, you guys feel a noticeable shift in the air. Everything feels lighter, like a weight of your chest has been lifted. Make an investigation check, Bacchus.
Sweet. Investigation. Oh, that's a dead roll. 12.
You can't read the writing that's on the tablet in front of you, as in you don't recognize the language. But you see that the braziers probably have next to it haven't been lit for some time, and that's as much as you can make out, unfortunately.
Do you know what? Let's
What
get some
languages
light
does
in here.
everybody
And
speak?
Primordial.
Ooh, I remember.
Celestial, Sylvan.
Celestial. You can read
commonly
it.
in Minotaur. Ah.
Celestial. You can read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It appears to be names. Names upon names upon names upon names of all those who came before in this place.
They're all names of the creatures that bad thing killed.
Shit.
More like those who may have lived their lives in service to this temple.
Never mind.
All bar the final inscription at the end. That simply says, "When we leave behind all we know, no one truly dies."
Oh, that's so cute. Look what it says. That's so pretty. Okay, do we want to light the thingies next to it?
Yeah,
And just,
I've got this, and
And you guys light the braziers, and over the course of a few hours, start to clear the rubble. You explore out the rest of the caverns bit by bit. Now that the weight has been lifted, things feel easier. And aside from a small nest of gricks in a room to the east, which are dealt in short order, although not without a few nasty beak bites. Beak bites. You succeed where others failed in clearing the temple, the caverns of Tavmazo. Throughout the temple, you also find the tomb of the three heroes, and you make sure that that is seen to and given the proper respect it is deserved, at the request of the elder. You bid farewell to the white sarcophaguses of pure marble. Their legendary weapons laid out, or they're fabled weapons. You examine them and they appear to be non-magical, but their history touches even you. Eventually,
Any sign of... Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, yes. Minos, you do a thorough investigation, top to bottom, of the entire place. And after hopping over a pit, you are able to... One second, sorry. I need to find the spot. You come across a pool of black, still water that dominates one of the caverns. And peering in, you find the remains of a dead satyr lying at the bottom.
oh no.
Like right at the bottom? Like, or is
Right
it
at the
like
bottom.
deep?
It's about 5 feet deep.
Okay, so I can basically sort of examine him.
Yes.
Do I find anything?
You find that he was wearing a beautiful, ornate Meletian helmet that has a metal crest that is in the shape of a sort of Piscean sail, almost like a marlin across his head. You never did actually see what was inside the box, and you don't see any box around. You
What's in the box?
you surmise that this may have been what was inside the box.
Okay. I take the helmet and I take him and just kind of lay him slightly more respectfully, like not in the middle of the pool, along
you
with
do.
the rest of the bones.
Easy enough to do. You lay him to rest. And you take the helmet. You guys finish. Yeah, you guys finish off clearing this place and rejoin Elder Maron upstairs. And he says, "You did it. People may even come here again, eventually. Thought I'd die, and everything here would be forgotten with me. But I think I can go on a little longer." And he sort of straightens his back a little with a slightly better spring in his step. And he looks at you, Xanthia, and says, "The evening light will be upon us in but a moment." Gestures to the statue. "Now is the time to ask."
All right. And Xanthia will slowly sink down to her knees and enter a praying position and silently, not out loud, ask the statue, the primordial god of knowledge, all of those questions that have been keeping her busy for so long about the terrible fates that occurred to her parents, to her home village. And she desperately hopes that she'll get at least, like, the slightest bit of answers.
You stare up at this statue, and as you finish uttering all this under your breath or out loud?
Yeah, maybe she's muttering a little bit.
Okay.
So
you just mutter it, and just it keeps coming and coming, and then just at that moment, the evening sun peeks through the skylight above, and bears down upon the statue in a beam of light, and all the shards of platinum shine at the same time, and it's like, in the same way an optical illusion is enrapturing. You can't look away. The sight of this statue of starlight swallows you whole, and you find yourself following through endless space. You fall amongst the stars and course through until you are flying across the land of Theros. You see familiar sights, mountains, the city of Meletis, and then you are across the sea. Waves crashing, and you pass through, dipping. A kraken's tentacles erupt out of the water. Triremes pass by, the oars beating in unison, until you race across the water and you find yourself at an island.
an island?
You see a distinct pair of twin crags at the center of the island, the only sort of geological formation. Everything else is sort of arid hillocks, more sort of pale sun-beaten grassland than anything else, and the usual sandy alcoves, but more sandy alcoves than you would expect from an island. This seems to be almost an arid island to some degree, though it is not without sections of vegetation. You pass through these arid areas and you see twinkles across the land, and as you pass by them, you notice these crystal outcrops where the sand has been glassed. And they get a bit more plentiful as you go along, and you swear, just the hint of a fort on one side of the island. But as you race through, you bear down into a sort of hole, a depression, almost like an open-air mine pit in the ground, like an open-air cave. And in front of it, you see what may have been the ruins of some sort of temple. You see, it's too hard to make out what it may have been, but you do recognize pillars. There are various different crystal outcrops here as well. You hear a dull, thunderous growl. And from the mouth of the cave of the pillars, you see a pair of pale, yellow eyes. Make a perception check.
Oh god. Not very good at those. 14.
The eyes flare for a moment, and you catch a glimpse, the tiniest glimpse, of blue scale. And then just as quick as it came, you're back in this, in the room, in the temple.
Okay. And Santhia will be shaking a little bit as she tries to get up from the floor and looks around. I think I know where I have to go for my next mission.
You each with maybe a little uncertain about what lies next, but certainly trepidatious, but eager to see the next step of each of your separate journeys. You resolve, at least for the moment, to rest up and be it parting ways or together, whatever may come, you'll face it tomorrow. For now, you take your rest with a feeling that you've done well. And that is where we'll end the session.
Oh, dude.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. Anyone who may have tuned in at any point, be sure to check us out on YouTube under the same name. Big round for my guest characters. Appreciate you all very, very much. You all did incredibly well. I'm a very grateful DM. I wish you all a lovely evening. We are DC30. Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
seeing.
Boy.
Bye.